Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Oh, wrestling podcast featuring Matt Zion, Bomber Rap, Scott and Lee, and the one and only Peanut. It's Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Bitches.
But they're not.
You just answered my question, though. That doesn't make... You just said that they just fucking sacrificed them for...
So they're not at 100%. They're at 95.
Having 5 title reigns, and none of us can mention one match that was above average.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio. SummerSlam right around the corner, but we got a couple other things to talk about. We're talking CM Punk, Colt Cabana. I don't even know what it is, but we're about to find out. I'm Jake, a.k.a. Bomber, and we got a couple other motherfoes in here. I censored myself because we're streaming over on Reckless Eating, and I don't want to cuss.
That.
I don't want to cuss on your
grab her
stream.
by the pussy, bro.
Oh my God, here we go. Okay, well, there you go. Matt Zion is obviously here. How's it going?
I'm grabbing the pussy, so it's going well.
Oh, okay. Well, hey.
Put Ziggler down.
I don't want to hear you say...
Oh, he's so cute, I can't stop petting him.
I don't want to hear you say another bad thing about our president, Donald.
I was talking about my cat. I don't know about that.
Oh. I still don't want to hear you say anything bad about our president.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Okay, here we go. We got the outsiders here, Lee and Scott. First of all, Scott, what is going on over in your side of Canada?
Side? Okay.
There's only sides. You guys are on the narrow.
I guess kind of the bottom side, I guess? Like in the middle? Anyway. No, things are all right. I say this every time, but it's really hot. It's been a hot summer. It kind of sucks.
Oh, yes.
But it's been fine. But we've had like muggy, windy, crappy weather, so
What's your degrees out there? Tell me degrees. I don't do this other bullshit.
Yeah, we don't do Celsius shit.
It's about 20 degrees Celsius.
Okay, see, he just did.
I don't know what that means.
We do Fahrenheit.
I could be the surface of the sun, Scott.
We do Fahrenheit. We do Fahrenheit here in the United States of America.
Let me put it this way.
It's about 70.
That's not hot.
Oh, then I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's
technology.
That's downright cold wherever the fuck you are right now compared to where I am, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's been about 25 to 30 the last little bit. So yeah, 20 is nice right now.
Again, nobody knows what that means. But here we go.
Shut up.
We're going to go to Lee. Lee, how is it on your side of Canada?
It is a fucking scorcher. This is like literally the hottest summer I can remember in my 40 years of life.
Is it like 25 there?
No, it's since July. It's been
it's like fucking freezing outside. He's like, oh my God, can't wear my turtleneck.
Since July, it's been in the upper 20s. Most days over 30, which with the humidex value, getting it up to about 40. So in American terms, it's about 110, 115.
Yeah, I mathed
something along those lines.
It's that range, yeah.
Thank you, thank you for saying it the right way, the way that everybody should say it.
The American way.
The American way is the right way.
But other than that, I'm doing fine, pal. I'm being blessed and being a blessing, and I'm ready to get this show on the road.
Oh, a newfound religion, it sounds like. That's good.
No, it's just a saying that Buddy Landell used to say.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
He's just giving himself a little bit of leeway in case he's wrong and there is a God.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, we have already started out pretty strong here, so I think we should go straight into our first topic, which I have no clue about. I was sleeping today. I didn't hear about this news thing that came out, but you guys said CM Punk is being sued or is suing.
No, he's being sued.
He's being sued by Colt Cabana. So
correct.
Please enlighten me. Again, I have been sleeping all day today for this podcast, so let me know what's going on here.
CM Punk's a piece of shit.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and a terrible friend. Good businessman, though. From a business standpoint, well, you know, it may be a good business standpoint, but basically, CM Punk got sued by the WWE doctor, like the head doctor. I don't know what his name is. Maybe Scott.
Amon or whatever.
I remember
name.
that. Yeah, I know that part.
And and I remember talking to Hornswoggle when we hung out with him several times, and he always vouched and said that doctor's awesome. So, I mean, that's what I always heard through the grapevine, is that Punk's just a piece of shit and that doctor is fucking awesome. Why would a company hire their head medical doctor, a dude that just fucking pushes Z-Packs all the time? You know, it seems strange to me. They probably are going to get a really decent doctor. So CM Punk got taken to court. He won. There just wasn't enough evidence. I guess that was always the idea. The idea was just to drain him of fucking money. It was more of a petty lawsuit than they ever thought they were going to beat him or anything. But Colt Cabana got dragged along into it. I guess the cost of the total defense for both men, because they were together, was all like about $500,000 or so. And CM Punk, basically, before the trial started, Punk told Cabana, and not just through telling him, he actually texted him as well, which I guess they're going to try to argue is a binding contract or something. I don't know what their goal is, but basically he told him he'd take care of it. And get to the end of the whole thing, it's over. Punk and Cabana, they don't win, but they didn't get convicted, so that's it. It's just over. Mm-hmm. But what happened was, Cabana was like, "LOL, Punk, thanks for covering my $250,000 for this trial." And Punk went, "LOL, bro, good luck." I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the quote has it saying 100% covered, so that's very, not just, "Oh, I got you," it's very specific. And yeah, he said, what was it? Punk demanded that Cabana pay for half the cost, emailing him saying that my current bill's at least this, half of all this is yours, divided in half, that's what you owe me. Starting now, I'm not paying your bills. You're on your own. Oh. So they lawyered up and went from there.
Yeah, and he's probably just going to settle it. I mean, I don't understand why Punk doesn't just pay it and move on. He's the one that's always bitching about how, like, this trial was ruining my life. Now let's do another trial. These
are childhood friends.
And this is what
look at this shit.
This stems from that same podcast where he shit on WWE after he quit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All from that.
I think Cabana is suing him for like $3 million altogether. Oh. Like there's like punitive damages and all that stuff.
Yeah, I saw the million in there. Yeah.
So all I gotta say is I hope Colt Cabana wins, because not so much because fuck CM Punk, but because if Colt Cabana wins, he'll never have to wrestle again, and I'll never have to see him in a ring again. So fuck that guy too.
Yeah, he said Punk acted with fraud, malice, and oppression towards Cabana with the deliberate intention of causing Colton harm.
They're just not friends anymore, and he's going to get a payday off of Punk, basically, is what it seems like to me. So, I mean, good. Punk's a piece of shit. I've heard that not just from, the little midget that we're friends with, but I've heard that from a lot of people that say that, the people who like him the most like him a lot, but everybody else just fucking can't stand the guy. So,
and is it weird to me that, like, when you see all the stuff about him, kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff, because I've seen a lot about his UFC training and all that, because he was in the promotionals for that, and it's almost like you can see it. I mean, you don't want to judge someone based on that, but looking at him, you're like, he seems like a bit of a douche. He's probably a nice guy if you get to know him, but something odd about him. Not to just shit on him. That's Lee. He'll take care of that.
Worst person to get into entertainment, because he seems so annoyed by being noticed. Like, I say so many times, I'm like, at best, a D-list celebrity in the YouTube realm. So I'm not saying entertainment. I'm saying just in YouTube, and I get recognized maybe twice a month. But when I get recognized, it's cool. Like, I enjoy it, as long as they're not weird. But that sometimes they are. But when I can talk to somebody and be like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" Blah blah blah, and I'm sure it's magnetized, like. Very magnified is the word I was looking for. By like 1 billion. But man, don't get into the celebrity limelight in the early days if you don't want people to fuck with you while you're out in public.
I'm kind of curious though. What you said, like, people have done some weird stuff. What's like the weirdest thing?
I've never had anybody actually get so weird that I was uncomfortable. But like, what I mean is, every once in a while, it's common to come across somebody who can't speak words anymore, which I think is real strange, because I used to have that same reaction when I would meet a wrestler when I was younger, but I understand. So yeah, I've had it happen a couple times because I'm the shit.
Because you're the shit. Okay, well there you go.
I had to add that just for a little flavor.
Well, hey, AJ Lee, if CM Punk loses all of his money, I'll treat you good, girl.
Oh God.
I'll bust your guts out every night.
So what? I'm curious what Lee and Jake think about this though, because me and Scott put our opinions out.
About the whole CM Punk thing. Well,
yeah.
Obviously, I'm just now hearing about it, so I have to look into stuff myself. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's always a dick move if you're gonna sue like your friend or ex-friend. That's always just seems super petty. But again, I mean, if it's a lot of money,
$250,000 though is not petty though. I think.
If you were promised coverage for your legal
Yeah.
bills, and then the guy's like,
He's a
"No,
millionaire. Like,
we're
come
having
on.
it."
I will
Obviously-
say this.
It's-
I've been in a very like when I won't say similar situation because there's nowhere near that much money on the line, but there was some money on the line back in the day with my best friend, and I literally I just asked for money that was owed. Nothing. It shouldn't have been a big deal. It turned out being a big deal because I got one of those, hey man, we're like brothers, so I'm that's why I'm not going to give you the money. And I'm like, I mean, I know we're best friends, but
That's a fucked up thing to
I'm
tell
like,
your
you
best.
do, I'm like, you do owe me
Yeah.
the money.
Come on.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
There's
Especially if you have the money. Like, well, here's the thing. I always say that if I become rich enough to where I don't have to worry about money anymore, that's when I stop, like, stacking it and keeping it, and I start helping my friends and family immediately. Because I just need enough to make me secure. If I'm secure, then why would I hoard it?
yeah.
And I feel like it's such a dick move to tell your buddy that you're going. And again, we don't know all the details. Maybe they had a falling out, and Punk's just like, well, fuck this guy. I'm not going to
True.
take care of
Yeah,
this guy.
yeah.
He's
It could be, yeah.
Sure, there's always leeway. But again, I'm leaning from the early speculation. I'm just leaning on the fact that I've heard Cabana's a really good guy. So, and Punk's not. So, I mean, I don't understand. This dude's a millionaire. Punk is obviously a millionaire. He's never going to have any problem or any issue finding work. Just fucking pay it off and just move on with your life. I just would think he'd want to avoid another lawsuit because now he's going to get right back into another one that's going to last 2 years.
And he paid he was paid a lot just for the 2 UFC fights, even, for crying out loud.
Just to go to Comic-Con, I'm just like, even when he was in WWE at his prime, he was getting, $30,000 to show up for half a day at Comic-Con. It's not going to be nearly as big right now, but I mean, even now, he must get a lot of fucking cash. Like, it seems very petty. It seems like there's more personal shit that we don't know about.
There probably is. And the thing about it you always hear that money can destroy friendships, and there you go. But I have heard some people say, like, if you're lending money to a friend and it's a lot, be prepared to maybe never get it back. And if you're okay with that, then do it. If you never get it back, whatever. That's kind of what Bomber was talking about. Like, your friend was assuming it was that, but you weren't.
Our situation.
So it gets fucked up when it's like, no, I expect this back, and he's like, nah.
Yeah,
no, that wasn't the agreement, and things fall apart. So
was it was slightly different. There was a third party involved. It was a roommate situation. Again,
those never go well. You just explained the whole thing. I had the same problems.
We had
same problems.
That was my favorite time. Like, one of my favorite times in life was us three as roommates and stuff. And he moved out, but he stayed past the time. I didn't think it was a big deal. Our other roommate didn't think it was a big deal. We were fine with it. We were just like, okay, well, since you stayed past your time to move out, you should pay that rent that you stayed past. It wasn't a big blow up. It wasn't a big thing. It just turned into, nah, man, we're like brothers, so I'm not going to give you that money. And I didn't really get mad from it. The other guy kind of was like, wait, what? How am I? Like, I'm not his best friend. Why am I getting shafted this money that I had to pay
I'll
for?
shaft you, baby.
Yeah. So and the other guy had to split the rent, but the other guy stayed there. I mean, that's kind of how it went down, and. Well, we're still best friends now. It didn't ruin us or anything, but it wasn't a whole lot of money. It was just
Jake's
it caused
best
a rift.
friend. Jake's best friend. Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
If I see you in my town, I'm gonna tell you it's best to move on, boy.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Move.
I hope he's not
Best
black.
move.
I was really banking on that.
No.
In the South, he's probably more than likely white.
Come on,
Statistically
come on,
speaking.
Jake don't have any black friends. He's from the South. Come on now.
I do.
Oh, thank you. You made me feel better.
I have black friends. Come on now, guys. I got
No,
black
come on now. I think actually that's kind of what the situation sounds like here with poor old, and I hate to say this, poor old Colt Cabana because I don't like him at all, but it sounds like, I mean, he basically got pulled into this by CM Punk shooting his fucking mouth off. I mean, sure, Colt Cabana gave him the platform to do it, but still, it was like he gets pulled into this court case all of a sudden because CM Punk shot his fucking mouth off, and then it's like, no, bro, I've got you covered. I'll pay the expenses. Don't worry about it. I mean, Colt Cabana, I don't think he's a millionaire, You know, I'm sure he does pretty well for himself.
No,
you know, he's a pretty successful indie wrestler and all that shit, and he's working for Impact and stuff now. I'm sure he's making some good money, but that amount of money is big for him, I'm pretty sure, as opposed to CM Punk, who's probably just sleeping on bales of money with AJ Lee every night. AJ.
Well, there you go. Where are we going from here? You guys want to talk about... Actually, the Mae Young Classic is airing right now. Apparently...
Not airing.
No, sorry,
Taping.
not airing. Sorry, taping, yes. Taping.
It doesn't air until the early September time frame.
I was a little on the outside. I didn't really know that much about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a live thing. I know the first one was not, but I heard...
There's some interesting news about the taping, too.
I heard spoilers already out and stuff. People already having it ruined for them. I mean, but that's how it goes when you get taping.
Well, they're taping... Night 2 is happening right now, and there's literally on the site I go to, ongoing spoilers are available. But they put up spoilers yesterday because that's what happens. Someone from Wrestling Observer got approached in the crowd, and they said, please do not continue to post the spoilers or we'll have to ask you to leave. And they said,
they pulled a team.
And it's like, is this like for everybody or just for me? It's like, just for you. We know who you work with. We don't want you to do that. So he's like, you know what? I paid the money. It's not worth it, so sorry guys, I won't be posting it. I'm going to have the pictures and everything, and I'll do it when it airs, but I'm going to enjoy the show from here on out. It's like, what, guys? No, like, you're taping it. You know what this is. Like, you tape shows. I've seen times when they've posted the fact that there's a new champion crowned at a TNA
they spoil themselves all the time.
The taping results even go up. Yeah. So it's like, you know what this is, guys. Stop it. Like, or just air it live.
Didn't they do that with the NXT tag team titles? Yeah,
they did. And with Ciampa. And they ded it way back when Khali won the fucking world title 10 years ago. Like, this is nothing new. They want to be the ones to do it, but
it's probably somebody
it's still weird to approach a guy about that. But he's known for being like a main tapings posting guy. They're like, hey, can you either don't do it or leave, please.
Yeah, it is
and
frustrating.
It's like, well, I'm not going to leave. I paid for this, so I'm going to enjoy it. It's awesome. So.
Yeah, it is frustrating, but you can't expect people to not do that. I mean, obviously, if you're WWE, that is frustrating, but you can't expect that. That sucks.
It's just dumb in this day and age. Like it's almost like a politician where like when that whole social media monster benefits them, like with Ciampa, where they announced it ahead of time, then they're like, oh my God, the fans saw it first, you stupid idiots, and then they're like, oh, but for some reason we don't want the second Mae Young Classic to get out, even though it's going to get out immediately once it's like these people. You can't stop these people from talking.
Exactly.
So why the fuck would you walk up and fuck with, especially the Observer? Like what does that benefit? Because here's the thing.
Because now that made news.
What's the positive outcome of this? The only thing they're going to end up doing is pissing off the Observer and pissing off all the really smart fans, like the Observer fans. Because general audiences aren't even going to know, and the moment that everybody leaves, they're just going to say everything anyway. It's a no-win. It's a typical corporate move where some asshole, probably Vince, was in the back and was like, for some reason I don't want spoilers. It's like, but... Well,
consider this. I literally am looking at what the tapings are happening right now tonight, and I'm seeing how the matches are going.
I think they were going
it absolutely was. Because this even says, this is from WrestlingInc.com. So it's like stopping one doesn't work. If you want to ban spoilers, okay, but don't just do that guy and single him out because he's known for that. That's not cool. Yeah. Especially when he paid his ticket. And they even said, I wasn't paid to be here by the Observer. I paid. I'm just known as being trustworthy to get information to them. So that's what I do. It's
a bad situation.
Cool. And like I said, making this new, this is now its own news, and it's not good.
It's fine. I for one applaud this crackdown on these fucking geeks and their dirt sheets. Listen,
I knew it.
Listen, WWE now has billions and billions of dollars in their new TV deals. They don't have to answer to fucking anybody. They can't make a wrong move now that can sink their fucking empire. They're never going down.
That's true.
They don't have to worry about the fucking dirt sheets. They don't have to worry about the fans' opinions.
How what?
How long is the deal, the TV deal? Once that's down, then they have to start sweating.
They still got the money, baby. They still got the fucking money.
when the renewals happen. That's what happened here.
Let's kick this fucking Meltzer asshole to the curb finally. Get him the fuck out of there with. I mean, he's obviously lost the fucking plot anyway with his fucking 7-star matches and his sucking the dicks of the young bucks.
I will say, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
100%.
no.
He should never have gone above 5-star.
Kayfabe, brother. Let's keep it kayfabe. Let's keep these fucking marks out of the fucking business.
That's hilarious because I do agree. I hate the dirt sheet stuff too, as far as how stupid it can get. I just enjoy talking about the rumors, but I don't buy into the shit until it actually happens, and it does get frustrating. But you can't expect to not to stifle people's letting out spoilers and stuff. You can't expect.
It's such a far cry from the Attitude Era
As much
where
as I hate the dirt
you remember
sheets.
like them like openly on air going like WCW is fucking gay. They'll confiscate your signs, but hey, it's the Attitude Era. Bring any sign you want. You want to put fuck on a sign? All right, it's cool. And then the moment they won the war, it was like, all right, let's go ahead and confiscate anything with bad language. Oh, we don't want anybody cheering the good bag. Like, they cracked down immediately. Then they kind of let go for a while. And I think that's probably because of Linda's campaign. I think they didn't want to be seen as, like, Nazis about it. Yeah. But it just goes in waves. I mean, I remember us doing the WWE music videos or WWF music videos and how sometimes they would get on us on those hosting sites for posting videos, and sometimes they'd be cool about it. Like, it just depended on the company's mood.
Yep.
I remember we were posting on game trailers at one point. I don't know. Did you ever post on game trailers?
I did. I had a bunch of shit on game trailers for sure.
That's funny.
I was going to say, speaking of companies cracking down, that can segue over to New Japan.
New Japan? Wait, what's that mean?
Oh, yeah, the big news on that. A lot of people upset.
They have banned, they had meetings with wrestlers. They have banned vulgar hand signals.
Oh, yes, I did hear this.
And English language swearing.
Jericho.
Because they want because they want to go more global, family friendly. Now,
bad move.
Immediately I know people are like, "Oh, they're doing this blah blah blah." I know Lee's has a different opinion of it, but forgive me, but I know for most people thinking that New Japan is more just adult oriented because of that is not quite accurate. The way I always saw New Japan was more like it's the sport of it and the violence of it that was the more mature, almost in like a UFC way. Like they treated it real. It's the Japanese style. And they just happened to have that happen, just like a UFC event might have someone be like swearing in their interview or whatever. But it never is. I never thought that if you banned, like literally just don't swear in English and don't give the finger, I never thought, oh, it's going to ruin the product. No one thinks of it for the product. Yeah, it's going to hurt some guys because there's a lot of English guys there doing that, getting away with it. It'd be like saying, hey, Stone Cold, don't give the finger. Oh, wait, they did that for a bit. But it's not like a doomsaying thing, but they did say they want to go family-friendly for a global audience. I'm like, okay, that's interesting, because that's basically going PG, and oh no, is the world going to collapse because New Japan's PG? Ah!
No.
But I know Lee is the first one I heard the chime in going, this is great! So
it is.
I'll tag in my partner and let Lee go on it.
It's perfectly great. It's going to help them expand their Access TV deal, their North American inroads. It's going to help with that a lot. It's going to help with getting sponsorships. I mean, that's the reality of it. And also, it's going to stop, especially foreign wrestlers who speak English, from getting away with doing lazy promos where they just say fucking shit all the time. It's going to help them actually have to learn to do a fucking promo, because they give them a lot of leeway as far as doing promos where they can basically just say whatever they want. They don't do the scripted bullshit. But here, it's going to help them actually grow as fucking promos and learn how to naturally come up with good shit instead of this bullshit like fucking Tama Tonga just saying fuck a lot and sucking. So
I got a question. Yeah. I wonder, because obviously I don't see a lot of New Japan stuff. I saw that promo with Juice Robinson, which was hilarious, by the way. But he was dropping
really
F-bombs like every other minute.
That's part of why.
I wonder if
he's a big reason why this is happening.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if that, because that I feel like that kind of went viral almost. And I wonder if that's when they were like, all right, we need to tone this down.
Probably.
I remember like Jericho's matches, because I saw his match with Omega.
Yes, he was yelling fuck yeah.
He says it here and there, but it's not like dominating it. It's just a moment of the 40 minutes. So it's like, okay, whatever. But, I mean, they're probably going to be like, whatever, fine. Calm it down. Here's your fine. That kind of thing.
Ban it, though. Just hold back on it a little bit. But, like, I have a fear for it. And this is, Lee, I have a counterpoint for you. The only reason I see this as a negative personally is I hope that this doesn't mean, and I think I have a little more faith, obviously, in this company than I do in the other company I'm going to be referencing, but it feels like when TNA just kept doing everything WWE was doing because that's what you got to do. And it's like, and then the problem you're going to run into, like when I watch New Japan and I see Jericho tell the referee, fuck you, and flip him off, I always get a nice smile, and it always brings me back into it. And I go, oh, this feels real. And that's always what New Japan has for me, is not only their style, but the fact that, and I agree, I don't think they should be doing what Juice was doing, even though that was a really humorous like promo. It was fun, I liked it, but he could have gotten across the same points with only a couple F-bombs. I feel like everybody treats F-bombs like it's like, we gotta protect the children! Trust me, the children are saying F-bombs left and right. You're not protecting anybody anymore. It's, when I was a fucking kid, I was throwing F-bombs, and when I go home, my parents were like, oh, you don't use that language. Oh, bitch, I use that language all the time.
Yeah, it's not so much to protect the children, it's to get the global marketers. People keep saying WWE needs to go away from PG. I'm like, they're not going to have deals with Mattel and be in Walmart. Yeah. They're not going to get rid of that because of that. They'll do other stuff that is, but... I don't want New Japan and to do what every other company feels they have to do when they decide maybe we're going to try and get that piece of the wrestling pie, and let's just be WWE. Let's do all their policies, blah, blah, blah. Because look at where it got them. Their policies are so fucking weird that they decided, we're gonna stop spoilers somehow by talking to one guy in a crowd that happens to be giving them to a website when we have a couple thousand people in here right now that are doing the same thing he's doing. I don't want that. I don't want them to lose their edge.
I think New Japan's too smart for that, honestly. I mean, first off with the gestures and stuff like that, the wrestlers will find ways around it. They'll make their own gestures. As far as swearing actually in the ring, they probably just will stop miking the ring so much. That'll be a quick solution to that, because
Juice will get stripped immediately.
In the WWE, if you hear sometimes where they mic too close to the ring, you're hearing the fucking wrestlers swear all the time. They're still doing it.
Yeah. There's a difference in like swearing promos and just swearing like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And that's gonna happen, and there's no real way around that. Like let that ride. Like that's fine. But if, like in your promo, just cut back on the swearing, guys.
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's all it is. That's
New Japan doesn't want to be the WWE though. I think they're smart enough to know that they can't compete with the WWE. They can make inroads into North America and then expand their business, but the idea of them being like the number 2 competing with WWE like WCW could, that's just...
I would argue they're number 2 right now.
Yeah.
They're bigger than Impact is for sure after they stepped back and went to Canada. So New Japan is number 2.
And it really comes down to the idea, like, when they go to American marketers or global marketers, like, do you have vulgar language? Not intentional. Well, what do you mean? Oh, it's the same level as, like, a sporting event. Oh, okay.
That's what you do.
But up until now, they just say, yeah. And well, then we're not going to market with you then. Like, it just closes doors, which is its own thing and silliness beyond, because we know about that with the whole YouTube copywriting and ad shit, so it's its own thing. But it's just one easier way to be like, look, we don't need this. Let's get creative and not use it. Okay.
And I think Impact's actually number 4 right now, because I think Ring of Honor is probably 3rd.
Oh, probably.
So, yeah. But, no, my thought on it was probably a little more on the ignorant side, and I thought, oh, well, they probably were just getting away with it before because it's a different language and stuff, and people might not know as often that this guy is dropping F-bombs, and that's like a bad thing. So,
I'll argue that a little bit. They probably got away with it because it was a foreign language, but I'm pretty sure most people know what fuck means, even if they're Japanese only.
In like, other countries, they actually learn English, so they probably do.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's just here.
And even if they don't, they know what the word fuck means when they hear it. They're like, oh, that's like it's you know.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of the Japanese wrestlers just end up using English swear words anyway when they swear.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, we're the only ones that don't really embrace learning other languages. So, but you know what? My president Donald Trump says I need to learn English, and that's it. And I respect what he says because he is our leader.
I wish you'd learn to speak American.
Yeah, you need to learn American.
He definitely needs to learn that. Yes.
Yeah. But okay, I guess one of the other things I want to talk about before we get into some SummerSlam stuff is Aleister Black has just now been confirmed.
How long?
It's a groin injury. I think he's going to have surgery. I don't know if they gave a timetable yet because they probably.
I heard something about a couple months.
A couple months, yeah. But he's
Is
definitely
the
out
estimate.
for Brooklyn.
No, it was interesting because they had it all taped, and then it happened on a live event. They're like, "Ah, shit!" But they scrambled good with how they covered that.
Oh, yeah.
They taped it kind of during the Mae Young tapings. They just took Regal, put him in the same shirt, and brought him outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, that works. Because they had the taping end. Nope, like the show ended, no problem. A triple threat is announced. And then on .com, Aleister Black's been ambushed. Then a video later, oh, there's video. He's unconscious. It's like, okay, good job. You didn't change your taping at all. And episode aired as planned. Tack on something on .com. Okay.
Yep.
No,
Fair
they
enough.
they
And
got
in
the shit down, man.
44 seconds, Regal, and this is the full length of the clip, said Aleister Black is not standing. He'll not be able to make it, but there are two men who are standing, and it's Ciampa and Gargano. So they'll be in a last man standing match. And I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. 40 seconds, and he gets across a great gimmick of a thing for it.
So
fucking great.
That's
Look
what
at
I
that.
wanted to ask you guys. I have seen mixed things. Some people are like, "Oh, we don't want the third Gargano Ciampa right
Fuck off.
now." That's what I want to see. Do you guys? Are you
Might
guys?
as well.
This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Okay.
You can go back and pull audio a little while back. I'm like, these guys are going to be feuding over the title. It's going to be great. They're literally doing it now. It should have been Black. Should it be someone else in there or a third party involved? No. Just have these guys feud over the title. They've been main eventing anyway. The title deserves them.
Yeah, I don't like the last man standing gimmick though, because I just don't like last man standing matches. I find them to be really boring, really boring. It's one of my least favorite gimmick matches. So, kind of disappointed to hear that because I didn't hear that until literally right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm all for it. I love the other two matches they have. They're awesome matches. I love how Dave Meltzer sucks the dick of those matches, and then Cornette is like, they tried their best.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Gargano needs more facial expressions. He's
Yeah,
only
he
got the
doesn't-
one. It's like,
He
oh,
doesn't
God,
he
come
likes
on.
Ciampa, but he doesn't like Gargano very much. He shits
Yeah.
on Gargano a lot. But I mean, I was for it, and now I'm kind of sad because, like, again, there's only
Yeah,
one good
I
last man
trust
standing
him for
match
it.
that I remember, and that's Michaels and Triple H at Royal Rumble a long time ago. I love that match, but other than that, I'm not a big fan. It takes the breath out of everybody when you're doing the
It
constant
can.
stopping and starting.
I have faith in these guys and the Takeover crowd. I
hope
think
so.
they'll amp it up. It'll be good.
AJ and Nakamura just did it, and it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It was like definitely one of their best matches they've had.
But
Yeah.
I mean, last man standing matches are so like forgettable, though. Is my point. I just like there's not they happen and they can be fine, but I have none that I go, yeah, that
Nope.
was awesome.
There is one that I always remember. It's Cena and Umaga at the Royal Rumble.
No,
God,
that was
11
when
years
Cena
ago.
Was,
I like that one a
Cena was-
lot. That was
Super
a
Cena.
fun match. It was still a
Yeah.
good fucking match, though.
I hated Cena.
I
at
really
that
liked
point,
it.
So I wasn't paying attention to a lot of shit.
I will be very shocked if this is not one like a memorable like we'll remember this
Yeah. Oh,
match here. I'm
I
sure
have-
they'll be.
They'll do it with Takeover. It'll be fine.
It's smart though because they're gonna get every single count is gonna have the full arena going counting along with the
Exactly.
ref. So I mean they will be more energy than most of them. I just kind of prefer a different stipulation. But whatever. I mean either way it's gonna be great.
You know what? All we need to do here is William Regal. He needs to take both these guys backstage before the match. He needs to pass them both some cut razor blades and go, listen, guys, don't tell Triple H I gave you these. Go out there and tear it up.
Yeah, they're gonna bleed. They're both gonna be busted. But
I don't know about.
I mean, well, Gargano bleeds from the mouth every match, so he'll be bleeding at some point. Whether or not it's I'm pretty sure it's real, but he bleeds.
I think he's
from
got
the mouth.
tuberculosis.
Yeah,
Honestly.
every match, but I don't know. I think it's going to be this takeover coming up. Is looking at the card, it's to me the most unpredictable takeover like that I've seen in that I can remember actually. Because who the
let's
hell?
go over it because
like,
we're talking it in SummerSlam, right?
well, we're talking
So-
about the main event right now. So, like,
Yeah.
who do you see Ciampa losing? You see Gargano getting the title?
No way he's losing. If they built it up longer, but I don't think Gargano's going to beat him on a spur to what's supposed to be a triple threat, and now it's going to be a one-on-one. They'll have a fun match, but I kind of suspect that after this is done, though, this is going to be unexpectedly the blow-off now. But because of the timing on it, I just can't see Gargano getting the belt that fast. Ciampa's on a fucking roll right now.
Yeah,
I can't see them taking it.
I agreed that the idea would be like Ciampa got it so that Gargano gets the final. Look at me, I'm the champion, I'm the hero. I defeated the vile villain, but not yet. Not yet. Like, he's going to be the one to do it, probably. But not yet.
You got to keep in mind,
Ciampa's amazing.
This is like their WrestleMania, though, for NXT. This is Brooklyn.
That's why it's been hard to pick. And honestly, I figured that Gargano would not win because Black would get beat by Ciampa in the triple threat. So, he still didn't beat him, but he didn't beat him either. So it's that kind of thing, and it would eventually go to blow off. But now it's the one-on-one. I don't know. And I hope they don't do a double whatever, because they just did that with AJ and Shinsuke.
Yeah, there are a lot of rumors like, it's going to be a double count out.
But then they'd never do that for a Mania main event, which is, like you said, that's what this is.
That's true.
I see Ciampa, like, he'll do it sneakily. He won't beat him to a 10 count. He'll be like, you can't stand. I win from the 10 count. Some kind of bullshit like that.
Yeah, I think the obvious pick would be Ciampa, but, man...
It's hard to bet against Gargano.
I just have a fucking feeling, man. I just have a fucking feeling that Gargano might fucking win this thing. I really do. I don't know why. But I have it's in the gut. It's deep in the gut. So I wouldn't be surprised. But Ciampa's definitely the obvious pick you would think. What about you, Lee? Who do you think Ciampa is going to defend again?
Ciampa makes sense. To put it on Gargano at this point would kind of be like hot-shotting it, and they can blow the feud off as far as NXT goes in this way. I'm okay with the face losing, and then they can rekindle the feud down the road some point. I mean, they did the same thing with fucking Owens and Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, although Zayn has basically always been the bitch in that feud. He's always been the guy on who's gotten the worst of all their sort of history together, even in ROH. So. But yeah, I mean, honestly, they're so fucking good, and they're so good together that it only makes sense to slow burn this feud and then bring it back to the main roster like a year or so from now.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with Ciampa winning here, and then you'll get the return match of Aleister Black, and Black will beat him, and who knows, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
well, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on NXT because there's a lot to talk about with SummerSlam. But we can just run down the other 5 matches or the other 4 matches real quick. We got Kylie Sane facing off against Shayna Baszler. I've been hearing a lot of people saying Sane's definitely taking this title. Do you guys think that's going to be the case?
I mean, why? I don't know. How would that help? I like Sane, but I'm not watching NXT right now either. The last 2 weeks I haven't seen it, so I'm just basing it off of I saw the previous 2 weeks. But I don't know. I just Zayn. I always just say Sami Zayn when I think of her. But okay, so here we're gonna solve this. Japanese Sami Zayn.
Oh my god.
Definitely. Like I think she's a really good wrestler, and Shayna Baszler's not. And so Shayna Baszler. This everybody forgets this is. Developmental. And so they could call up, a Japanese Sami Zayn anytime, but Shayna Baszler needs some work. And she's got more promise, too, I think. I think she's got more money potential behind her because of the MMA thing. Yep. So I don't, why would you put the belt on, one of the, I don't want to sound racist, and it will, but one of the, generic, basically the pirate Asian, as they call her, especially when they have another one coming in who's way better than her. So it's I don't see why you would do that.
She's the Hideo Itami to the upcoming Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Is kind of it. Honestly, no, because there's going to be this awesome photo opportunity with her with the NXT title and her best friend Ronda with her women's title. So, yeah, no, they're both going to happen at the same time.
Really? See, I've been seeing overwhelmingly Sane winning.
Why?
I saw that about Ember Moon winning and everything else.
And I don't know because I am in the same boat as you guys. I've been watching NXT, and there's been no real signs that she's going to be winning. So I don't know where this big Sane is definitely winning. Is
honestly, it goes back to last year's Mae Young where Kyrie beat Shayna.
Yeah, I mean, it's the rematch for that.
And it's Mae Young time, so I would not be surprised if anything because of that.
I mean, that could be it. I don't know, but I don't know. What about your girl, Lee, Shayna Baszler, right? Is that your woman?
What?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a big Baszler.
Asians.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Sane, are you going with the your Asian lady?
I kind of doubt she's going to win, honestly. It seems like it would be a bad move. She doesn't need to win it, whereas Baszler needs to hold the title and get better because, like Matt said, this is technically still developmental. So, she's working as the champion with top wrestlers for a reason to get her ready for the main roster. So, I mean, Sane could go up to the main roster any goddamn time she wants. So, yeah, no, I don't see Japanese Sami Zayn winning this one.
And the funny thing is, a couple years ago we had the big Bayley Sasha Brooklyn match, and then we're going to come down to this one, which obviously not going to be as good.
What if it is? What if it's like the best thing we've ever seen? Like by the time the match is over, we're standing up in more shock than Undertaker and Brock, like losing the streak to Brock Lesnar.
Yes, that'd be great. No,
I would love that. I would love
That's
that.
the hope. Honestly, that's always the hope.
it's not
Yeah.
good, man. We've seen experience before is NXT takeovers are not. You're not going to be disappointed by.
NXT has one big advantage that the main WWE brand doesn't have with me is that I'm always excited to watch a show.
Yeah.
And I'm never excited to watch WWE. Even WrestleMania, I get into it a little bit, but NXT, I'm always like, all right, here we go. It's going to be great. And then I dread the fact that I know coming up the next day is the big one.
Well, Matt, we'll come to it later. This is the topic you wanted to touch on, but they make you miss it. Takeovers are almost a quarterly thing, right? It's a big event every now and then.
often,
Sure, it's a
yeah.
weekly series, so it makes you like, oh, here comes the special one. It's like a supercard. So,
Yeah.
I still say the traveling champions thing would solve so many problems that they have right now.
Oh yeah.
And I know it would
I agree.
suck for, this AJ Styles to be the one guy that has to go to NXT, go to the WWE UK brand, and go to, the SmackDown
love
or
it.
everything. But, like,
he would love
that's why you have secondary titles. That's why you, instead of just keep, like, making more titles, you scale back the titles, but you make the ones you have more important. And it's just like, ugh. I think that's one of the biggest issues besides being just overly exposed in so much wrestling. Is they have that invasion angle where they've got so many fucking titles that I don't really care about them too
See,
much.
the problem with that idea, I mean, I agree with the idea, but the problem with the idea is that makes the writers come up. That would have them to come up with a lot more stories because
they'd
they
have to
use the
actually-
titles.
That's their job.
I agree, but they haven't been doing a great job, and they use the titles almost as crutches for stories.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of that, to just do a quick segue, because I was curious about your guys' thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts on Apollo Crews getting a clean pin
oh, yeah,
on one of the Authors of Pain?
I actually was going to bring up how Authors Pain are just
What-
they're done. As
They're
we
done. That's it,
They're
done.
worse
They're
off
done.
than the Ascension.
as we expected.
And
they got fucked.
the boys or whatever. I've forgotten their fucking name. That's how bad they fucked up that
The
team.
boys, what team?
Dawson, Dash, and Dawson.
Oh, the Revival.
Dude, like, they
They're
can't.
trying with those guys
They're-
right
If
now.
they're doing
you
better.
are an NXT tag team, you have to be fucking terrified of being called up.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if they fuck up Enzo and Cass that bad.
Everybody, nobody.
Claude
Is there
Billings.
one team that did well?
Luchas, they had masks.
nobody-
They were popular.
no, Undisputed Era.
No, I'm just listing them. I'm not saying good ones. I'm just listing
Undisputed
them.
Era.
No, but
is in trouble.
I'm saying, do they call up any teams that aren't currently either a disaster,
No.
not on TV, or jobbers?
I no, they have not.
No, and there's something wrong. And then this is why I go on rants about the women's tag team title discussion. Oh, I think it would be so progressive to do the women's tag. Bitch, they can't even deal with their own the men's tag teams. Like, clear that up first. Don't more is not better. And it seems like in this current climate, this company 100% has nothing but yes men, at least on the the main roster side. And all they're doing is just going, yeah, let's do more. Let's go to the UK. Let's go to Japan. Let's do everything except for make the product better.
Yeah,
Hey, Vince cannot leave fast enough. I need my Triple H influence on the whole company.
That's why I'm thinking Undisputed Era are going to be fucked. Now, Adam
fucked.
Adam Cole is fine.
Yeah,
Cole
he's
will be
fine.
He's fine.
But
And
Kyle
honestly,
O'Reilly-
Gargano Ciampa were tag champs. Not
Strong
anymore
as
though.
fuck.
They broke up. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Strong's fucked.
Strong's fucked.
Strong, I've said that for Strong's. He just might as well just stay in NXT forever. But
yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna at least get
yeah,
some
Kyle
reaction.
O'Reilly, Bobby
His
Fish.
backbreakers were cool in the Greatest Rumble.
Oh no, he is a good
He's great.
technical
Oh, great
wrestler.
wrestler.
Yes.
Fantastic. One of the best in the world. But he just has no personality,
No,
and
he's-
he's medium height. So Vince is going to be whatever. But like just get back to the point, like, really, this should blow people's minds. They have, in their whole developmental system of NXT, they've never had a single tag team that is currently doing anything.
No, not from NXT. That is 100%.
You know
correct.
what's crazy about that? I know we're really down a rabbit hole here, but of all the NXT tag champions that came to the main roster, only American Alpha ever won a tag title.
And look how fast they split them
And
up.
that was
the
the
SmackDown
worst
tag title
run
for like,
ever, too.
Yeah, because it was like a fart on SmackDown that they lost to the Usos on a random SmackDown, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that was a
Man,
waste.
they just fuck. I think I blew Scott's mind.
I didn't even realize that. Oh my god.
That's how bad that company is with tag teams, though, and they have the balls. I was hearing, I can't remember which wrestler it was. I was on listening to a podcast, and I asked him, who fucking cares? One of the current people, and I just remember him saying, like, oh, yeah, isn't that so progressive to have women tag team titles? I don't even know who your Raw tag team champions are. That's the B team, right? You have the B team are your tag team champions, and you just had Apollo Crews beat one of the authors of Pain Clean.
Consider that. Consider that they're making shirts for the Boston Hug Connection.
Oh my god.
They have tag team shirts for Sasha and Bailey.
No,
but
that's not
the shirts exist.
Oh no, I mean as a tag team champion.
But they also had women's tag team champions back in the 80s. This is not a new thing. They did it. It was like 4 sets of champs, but they've done it before.
Did the Wyatt family, did they have the fucking belts in NXT?
Yes.
Harper and Rowan did, yes. So
Harper
forgive me,
Rowan did, yes.
the current champions.
So you got one
forgive me,
team
yes.
that you eventually got right after jobbing them out for years.
Even after
kept
fucking
breaking
up
them
Luke
up
Harper's
over
solo
and
run.
over again.
Yeah, Luke Harper's solo run got so shat on.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's another title that's I don't know. We'll try to segue back. Too many titles. North American title. I don't know.
North American title is.
Speaking of Adam Cole, there we go. We got there.
Speaking of Adam Cole, obviously, by the way.
This way, though, hold on. I do want to add one more thing. I want to blow your minds even further. So
do it.
I get. So the current goal is they're trying to make world territories, is what it feels like. So, but all WWE brand. And so the idea is that every territory is going to have a heavyweight champion, the male tag team champions, the mid-card male title, the women's version, and now it sounds like they're very serious about having every territory having its own like women's tag team titles. So think about that. If they at least do it for NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, because they're definitely not just going to do it on Raw and not do it on they're going to have tag team titles for both of those shows. So that means they're going to have to do it for NXT. So we're going to introduce 3 new sets of tag team titles. And then think about this. It's going to get even more disgusting. I'm telling you this is going to happen. They're going to go, oh, well, the men have a mid-card title on every show, so I think the women should have a mid-card title on every show. At this point, just give them their own fucking show. What the fuck? Well, that's what they're going to do, though.
Stephanie, I don't know.
You're forgetting about 205's tag champions. They're going
God, I did.
And then we got to have a women's 105.
No.
Stephanie, the women's 105 champion.
Oh, you blew my mind.
Stephanie apparently said that the tag team titles for women will not be coming anytime soon. Apparently, that's what she came out and said.
They can say that.
She didn't say ever. She just said no time soon. She didn't say ever.
It's going to be at the pay-per-view.
Soon could be October.
You dumbass, Stephanie. We get it. It's not now. It's going to be at the pay-per-view. That's where they're going to crown the first tag team champions in their eyes.
I feel like they should start on that really soon if that's the case. Because there's not many tag teams out there.
They're going to do
a tournament in 3 weeks and tape it over one night and not include the Observer for spoilers. It's easy.
But I mean, there's no teams.
They could always just do this Mae Young Classic and fuck with it and be like, oh, the last 2 people all of a sudden we're going to go challenge Bailey and Sasha for the tag titles at the pay-per-view.
Well, no, the Mae Young Classic finals are going to be at the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Oh, at the pay-per-view. Okay.
Yeah.
That shows how in touch I am with the product at the moment.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, Mustache Mountain. They're not going to beat Undisputed Era over at Takeover.
No.
So, by the way, I watched when they lost the titles on the regular NXT show. Fucking great match. Fucking amazing match.
See it.
Oh yeah, they're all good.
It was NXT Takeover caliber match on regular NXT show when they lost.
Can I mention the fact that their theme finally won me over? I think it's so fucking shitty and terrible that I love it. It's almost trolly.
Is that theme? Is the Undisputed Era theme one of your boys? Can a Fiend be a boy?
Are you
No,
talking
I
about
can't.
Matt
I can't. I
Mountain?
can't associate the team as a boy.
No, he doesn't
because
like the
I really
Eric.
like all of them as actual professional athletes.
No, but they're
No.
Fiend.
Their theme is like amazing because it just comes on and it's just like you're expecting so much more after he says "shock the system" and it's just like.
Yeah, I like, but we've gone over how I like the more basic themes. I like it. It's fine, but it is
pretty
douchey. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, do you guys see Adam Cole losing the title, the North American title?
No, I did not.
I don't think so.
I don't
Not
think he
for his
hasn't
first
defended it yet
high-profile defense.
on.
But again, I wouldn't be
Takeover.
surprised if Ricochet got it. But I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't. Lee, do you see Cole losing?
No, I mean they could put it on him, but like, oh, you know what they could? They could be building towards. You know, what would be smarter? Here's what I think would be smarter. Because why don't you have Adam Cole defeat Ricochet in an awesome fucking match, and then do like Velveteen Dream gets the win on Adam Cole at the next takeover, and then that sets up your big, Velveteen Dream Ricochet final encounter, but this time it's for the title. I think that would be a smart way, but it gives Adam Cole one big win as well.
Well, I'm thinking too. Like we're picking the Undisputed Era to win the tag titles, and Gargano is not going to win, so it's Undisputed Era, and Ciampa retains, and Cole wins, and Baszler, it's all bad guys. Oh shit, we're doing it again.
I don't know.
There's no faces in that list.
Well,
but
you
I
got-
don't like any of the faces to win it.
You got
so-
EC3 and Velveteen Dream. Well, I guess neither one's really a
exactly.
face.
Yeah, I
They're
guess
both-
that gives Gargano a bigger push to win it.
I think it gives Ricochet a bigger chance, honestly.
Yeah, that makes sense because they always say that it's WWE policy to have at least one baby face go over. Like,
But do you think
Lance
Cole
Storm's
will
fate-
lose without
famous-
defending his title on NXT?
I mean,
TakeOver?
let me.
What do you mean? He's defending his title.
Lance Storm had a really awesome story where I don't remember what pay-per-view it was, but he basically he was looking at the card backstage, and it was like maybe a few hours before the show was going to start, and it was a pay-per-view, and so he's looking at it, and he goes, pulls one of the agents aside, and he just goes, none of the baby faces are going over. It's all heels, like through the whole show. And he goes, oh, let me go talk to Vince. That sounds weird. He leaves. An hour later, he comes back up to Lance, and he goes, all right, you guys are dropping the tag titles. And he's like,
I've heard
that's when I learned to shut my fucking mouth and just work.
Honestly, saying maybe Cole never defends it on pay-per-view, well, Moon didn't either. It wouldn't surprise me. And hell, McIntyre didn't even. So it's not unprecedented for these guys to lose and drop it.
It's not about wins and losses in NXT because the moment they get called up, they really do. Like, it's interesting how they do a good job of just being like, that was NXT, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
When it should matter.
A little more, probably. Yeah.
So what? I don't think I got to hear from Lee yet. Lee, did you think Adam Cole's going to win or lose?
He'll probably keep it.
Probably keep it. Oh, there you
A
go.
little
There you
douche.
go. The little douche. You don't like Cole?
Nah, he's a fucking vanilla midget.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my. You just made so many enemies out there in the internet world.
Yeah,
You
made.
think I care what all those
Hey.
marks out there think?
There you go.
He didn't
There
make
you go.
enemies. He stoked the fire.
There you go. All right. Well, let's. Oh man, we got. Oh god, we got SummerSlam to talk about here. Right now, as of this recording, there's 11 matches announced.
There are 18 matches for the 15-hour show, and fucking
It
Christ.
starts at 5. That's the kickoff will start at 5.
Oh,
so
God.
it will be a 5, dude. It'll be at least 7.5 hour show.
Daddy, don't touch me anymore.
Can I just say from the start that this show does not have that wow, awesome, big
Not at
feel?
all. It doesn't
that
feel like
it should.
SummerSlam at all.
It doesn't.
It has
To
its
me.
moments.
Here and there, but normally it's like, oh man, it's a stacked card. It's not
It's
really
a sign-
stacked. It's a full card.
The
But it's
sign
not
of the
stacked.
times right now, because right now it's just
Yeah.
not. No one's interested.
Well,
I even had like random people on streams. I'm saying general fans though. I've had them come up because obviously they know I'm associated with wrestling, but I have a lot of people that just seem very disinterested. Like there's just nothing to get excited about because
You know what?
one of your main feud that you're trying to sell the company going forward until SummerSlam is something that nobody wants to see. So it's not
There's-
exciting.
There's a couple things that made me go, yeah, this is awesome. But then there's stuff like Finn Balor, awesome, yeah, versus Baron Corbin. I don't care. Stop with it. No, I know Matt, he's your boy.
He's
But-
my boy. Hey,
Oh, it's
Corbin,
not
I'll
this
suck
match
your dick.
again.
no strings attached.
God. But yeah, that's one of the head scratchers. It'll probably be a kickoff show. It'll probably be on the kickoff show,
Yeah,
so it probably
I
won't make the
imagine
main.
Yeah, probably.
The other kickoff show is probably going to be the SmackDown Tag Team Title match, the Bludgeon Brothers versus
Probably.
New Day. But by
Man,
the
what
way,
have the Bludgeon Brothers done?
By the
nothing.
way, I will tell you this: this past SmackDown, New Day versus The Bar, fucking wow.
Good ass match. Yeah.
Wasn't that like a 25-minute match?
I don't know how long it was.
Yeah,
but
there was a half hour to go when the entrances were
it
happening.
was
It's
perfect.
like, oh shit.
It was great.
Yeah.
What a great match. You didn't know who was going to win, back and forth. Fucking great. Having said that, that match won't be anywhere near that on the pay-per-view because it'll probably be, with all these matches, it'll probably be, all right, you guys got 5 minutes. Let's go out there and let's just get it over with. So,
Have they done the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Bar yet? Because I want to see that.
nope, they have not.
No,
that sounds
they
awesome.
keep kind of teasing that.
That's
one.
why a lot
Yeah.
of people thought the Bar was going to win the tag team, the SmackDown tag team
the tournament.
Yeah, but no, New Day got the win. New Day is going against Bludgeon Brothers, and they just got not like really squashed at WrestleMania, but the three-way match between Usos, New Day, and Bludgeon Brothers at WrestleMania was like a 5-minute match, and Bludgeon Brothers won the titles, and nobody even remembered the match. So now it's 2-1-2. I don't know how New Day is going to be like, okay, we're going to win here. So I don't know. I don't know really what they're expecting, but the Bar would definitely have been the more exciting match there. But hey, now the Bar's not even on the show.
That'll be
so
next.
That's
It'll
good.
be next.
It might be, but
The New Day won't win that one. They don't
No.
have to. It's fine.
yeah, New Day is probably not going to be winning against the Bludgeon Brothers here.
They're oddly supportive of the Bludgeon Brothers. In the weirdest gimmick they've got, they're more behind them now. It's like, why are you liking these guys in their Kane ripoff outfits more than ever before when people liked them more then? I don't get whatever.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But yeah, it's weird because SmackDown is the only out of the two brands, they're the only one that has a tag team division, but they're not using the other tag teams. While Raw,
Dude,
is,
SmackDown's not even on the poster.
Exactly. But while Raw has no goddamn tag division, and you got the fucking the B team fucking all over Raw. So
Yeah, no, there's a triple threat on the upcoming Raw where they're defending the titles.
I'm done. I'm done with the B team, by the way. I'm over it. The
Revival could take the titles on Monday.
Good. They should, because I'm over this.
the
Yep.
B team is entertaining. I've said that.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't.
They're
I
okay.
I feel like they're tryhards, and that's not. And I don't get behind. I get behind underdogs.
No,
not
I think
try-
that's their. No, I think that's their thing.
Yeah,
they're
and
trying.
I don't like
to be
them
that.
because they're
Okay.
tryhards. So
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean that's okay. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's just an opinion to
They
each their own.
I can't believe that they would ever defeat anybody in a wrestling match ever.
Now that I agree. Now that I agree with.
But the problem is that's their gimmick.
Yeah.
That should not be the gimmick.
They haven't
they're
lost.
they're the champions.
Yeah, they haven't
Everyone
lost in
remember the
forever.
Job Squad guys?
Yeah, not champions.
Hey, yeah. I
The
remember.
moment this is done, Vince is going to forget about these guys, and they'll just put them back with The Miz immediately. I honestly think that this is just a way to make it look like Bryan has a better chance against Miz right away, because they're probably going to revisit this later, and they're just going to have the one-off match for SummerSlam, then they're going to leave him alone for a while, and then they'll bring the B team back in once this fails, and Vince gets bored with it. Because Vince always has that, weird
that sounds
couple
so
of
accurate.
weeks where he pushes Bo Dallas for some reason, and then it stops.
Yeah, he realizes he's just not good. But yeah, you just said it right there. Daniel Bryan, Miz. Here's my question to you guys.
Good.
They couldn't wait.
Nope. Here's my question. This match has been building up. It started a long fucking time ago. Are you feeling it going into this match? Is this the feeling you thought you would feel for the match?
I'm liking it because there's no way they were going to be able
This
to wait.
is one of those moments. Yeah,
Okay.
this one I'm excited for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm for it. The match
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the most, easily, because it's got Miz is. You can tell Miz is fucking going.
Yeah.
He's like Miz knows this is the one time if they can make this work. Miz knows this is his chance to main event at WrestleMania again one day.
Well,
He's showing them right now.
This is like a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels level of feud if he pulls this off right. Like he feels that. He knows it. So all this talk about I don't deserve this, I deserve better. That's so perfect because he knows he deserves it. He knows
He
he
comes
belongs.
off like a main event guy now.
Legitimately. Yeah, he does. Of
Really
his own
does.
accord. It's great. So yeah, no, he's the perfect villain in this.
So
it's
the
great.
question
gonna-
is, oh, sorry, go Lee, go.
I was just going to say, I'm going to make a statement. It might be a little bit controversial. I think Miz right now is basically the Tully Blanchard of his fucking era.
Yeah, hell yeah, I agree completely, Lee. That's a great analogy because Tully always got respect, but not all the respect he deserved.
We said this before. He's very old school in that he's in how he approaches it, but it's in the modern way. He's got this. He's got it nailed.
It also what's ironic with Miz's his whole career, his early stuff is unwatchable. Like it's just not good. And even up until he finally clicked with this, with all the, I say once he started doing the IC title runs, that's where it started to click for him. But like now, his stuff is great. I honestly think that his promo work is what's going to be remembered the most.
Oh,
but
easily.
he's definitely going to be remembered. He's going to be one of those guys that one day when he goes in the Hall of Fame, he fucking earned it. But it doesn't matter. Worst case scenario, we'll get more. So that's cool. I'm down. I like how they're keeping them away from each other just a little bit, giving you a little bit, not too much, and it just feels like it's going to be a fun match.
So you just mentioned, do you think this is going to be just the end of it, the beginning? Do you think they're going to have a series of matches here?
I think either way.
If there's a series of matches, I find it hard to believe that Bryan will win.
I mean, I found it hard to believe that he made Cass tap out twice in a row on pay-per-view, but he did. And I know that was one because of Cass, but I really do think that their goal is Bryan versus Styles at WrestleMania. Like, I don't think Styles... I've seen so many people reporting. I guess we can switch over to that one. But I've seen so many people saying, "Oh, Joe's taking it. That's it." But I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think Styles is going to hold on until WrestleMania. That's the whole point. He's the fighting champion, and they love erasing CM Punk from their record.
I absolutely love Joe. He would be awesome as champion. It's just unfortunate that he's not going to get it, and he's another name for AJ to beat. He'll get it later, maybe, probably.
No,
He'll be someone that Daniel takes on maybe next year, but it's not happening now. It's going to be awesome, but not yet.
I think he's just in the wrong. He's the right guy in the wrong place. That's all there is to it. The wrong time. That's all.
You can look back in boxing and see, like when Muhammad Ali was champion, all these other guys that should have been, if not for him. This is the situation Joe's in. He's like, yeah, he'd be champion in any other point. It's just AJ's here. Sorry.
Yeah. So I guess I
was just gonna say Samoa Joe. He's almost like sort of like the heel main event gatekeeper at this point. Like he's never getting the title, but he's like the big John Studd or something, where he's always fighting the top faces.
Well, isn't it weird how it almost feels like it's AJ versus Shinsuke again, except we're already at the fourth match with AJ and Joe? Because Joe's just had like a weird thing where he's like, I'm going to fight Cena, I hurt myself. I'm going to fight this guy, I hurt myself.
Yeah,
I hurt myself. Right. I beat up Ty Dillinger, now I'm in the title. So he just kind of did that. So he's always remained strong enough to be able to bounce back. He's good enough.
That Backlash performance was embarrassing. That was his chance to, like, I was really excited for that match, too, and that was, he blew it. Like, that match was, I don't know if it was his fault or if it was the Booker's fault, but the only thing anybody remembers from that big main event he finally got was his multiple sleeper holds. So,
honestly, I really don't have any fear with this match, because, I mean, they, with Daniels, had awesome triple threats back in TNA a few times. So, I mean, they don't need Daniels to have good matches, but, I mean, they could fuck it up. I mean, AJ and Shinsuke kind of did, and it was disappointing at times. It's not impossible, but I just find it hard for these two guys to not have a good match together. So it's gonna be good.
What I remember about the Joe and Roman Reigns match at Backlash was it started out fucking amazing.
Awesome.
It started
awesome.
out on fire. They were both going to town. It was great, and then it just died with those fucking rest
big part.
And then people started walking out. Yeah.
It sucks that I would have preferred for it to just be boring the whole time. Because then I would just be like, all right, well, this sucks. But, like, they got me fucking fired up. That was awesome. It was so good. Same with Joe and Brock. Like, the start was awesome. It was so good. And then it just everything completely forgettable after. Sucks.
AJ and Samoa Joe, on paper... Sorry, what did I say?
On paper, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
AJ Styles on paper with Samoa Joe. This is the match that I want to see the most on paper because I've seen all their matches in TNA at the time, and I know how amazing these guys are together. But I don't know.
Shinsuke burned you.
I can't picture this living up to those. I know that sounds weird. These matches aren't going to live up to TNA matches, but just because they're older, these guys are still. AJ Styles is still fucking. He's better than he was then. He's not. Yeah, I can't see this match living up to the hype, and this match should be match of the night. I'm looking up and down the card. This, to me, should be match of the night. And something's telling me it's going to upset me, and I'm going to be disappointed.
You know what's crazy? Is that AJ Styles and Samoa Joe are going to go to SummerSlam in 2018 for the WWE title.
It's fucking mind-blowing.
Isn't that weird?
Awesome.
Think about it, yeah.
It's
awesome. I thought about that when they had a picture of like AJ with the title and Joe looking at him on the TV. I was like, this is happening.
Yeah.
This is weird. This is weirder than AJ and Shinsuke from Wrestle Kingdom coming over. This is a TNA main event many times over at SummerSlam for the WWE title.
Yep.
I love it. That's weird.
And I'm definitely in this boat that AJ is going to win because Samoa Joe, he wasn't even used up, like, when we were talking about Money in the Bank, and like right after Money in the Bank, like, Samoa Joe dropped off the fucking face of the planet. He wasn't.
Well, didn't he get hurt?
Was he hurt?
I thought he got hurt. Yeah, he was out for a little while.
Was he hurt? I remember he was doing stuff with
a
Ty
little
Dillinger on house shows.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing, or like on the dark card.
I thought he got hurt.
They bounced him to SmackDown, so they were probably like waiting to bring him back in.
I don't know. I just feel this is out of nowhere. It's kind of rushed, and that's why.
There's a reason for that, though.
I can't see.
Somebody
Joe
made a really good point. There's no one else for AJ to fight.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well,
was
that's fighting champion for you there. That's the tough part about that. Who else is there?
Yeah.
Fucking Jinder, bring him back or some shit? No, of course not.
There's a bunch of guys that I would like to see him fight, but I don't know if it would be. I don't know if Jeff. Like, I would like to see Jeff Hardy and AJ going, but I don't know if Jeff Hardy can hang right now.
So I think the next person's Orton. I mean, that's why I think that AJ is definitely going to retain because they're going to do an Orton Styles program.
Especially since they both want to have that match too. Like AJ's wanted to face Orton for a while in a one-on-one, so. It makes sense.
Let's move over to that right now with Orton and stuff because Orton's been doing this shit with Jeff Hardy and Nakamura's kind of been like the third guy, kind of like I don't. It's been weird what's been going on SmackDown with Orton and Jeff Hardy. Orton's been targeting Jeff Hardy. He had a cool spot. He's been killing it on promos. He attacked Jeff Hardy. He wiped his makeup off or his face paint. Sorry, not makeup. Wiped his face paint off and just pretty much laid him out. And he is straight up. He's a good fucking heel now. We know he's always been a good heel, but his promo.
But he's not the cowardly heel. He's the evil heel. It's the good heel Orton that we wanted. So
a couple weeks ago, his promo was great on SmackDown. This week, his promo was great on SmackDown. But like,
he's not on SummerSlam.
He's not on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not on SummerSlam, and
it's Shinsuke and AJ for the U.S. title.
He's gonna be involved somehow, but that is the question: how, where, what is he gonna do?
They can make it a triple threat on Tuesday.
I mean, I
just think that people unless it's a WrestleMania, it seems like they're content to letting people stay off of shows now, which is good. But because I wish they would do it for WrestleMania, I hate how they fit everybody on. I think it hurts the show overall. I'd prefer big matches versus let's make it a fatal four-way that nobody's gonna fucking remember. Take two of those guys out and have a one-on-one that I'm always gonna remember. But it does seem like they're getting away from it. They know they have such a huge roster now that some of these guys just aren't going to get on the shows.
Well, Takeover did that. Takeover did that because Cole and EC3 weren't on the last one, and Triple H even commented, "Is like it's so big, we don't need them all there, but they're there. They make their impact. It's all good."
Yeah.
So.
But you're right. Yeah. So does anybody? Obviously, Jeff Hardy is not winning. No way. No
way.
Orton's going to take him out.
Yeah.
And that's why he gets healed up.
Yeah. I mean, but you're right. They could turn this into a goddamn triple threat.
Or just go full out and Orton beats him up on SmackDown and doesn't even have the title match or some shit.
Or he could take his spot, I guess. But then he had to stare off with Nakamura where it was like a mutual kind of respect, but like it was also like a don't fuck with me kind of look.
Yeah.
It was a weird kind of like tension thing, and it was good. Like, it was interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad guys on SmackDown right now. A lot of heels that are in there, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
All for AJ, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's all good.
But I did see a lot of backlash about this next match we're going to talk about, which was turned into That was turned into a triple threat on SmackDown. Carmella, Charlotte Flair now, and Becky Lynch. What you got?
Carmella
I'm
needs
upset
to
about that.
She needs to stop.
Are you one of the ones that was upset?
Carmella. Why does Becky and Carmella one-on-one? It was like Becky's whole redemption story is coming back and getting these wins and building momentum and getting back at the title. She was the first one, hasn't had it since, and all this build-up, all this stuff, and getting the shot, and here we go. And then, Charlotte, I'm back too. Fuck. Like, I get that's a story now as well, but like Matt said, just make it one-on-one because it'd be memorable to see Becky Lynch standing over her fallen opponent. Instead, it's going to be, also there's someone over there going, oh, I almost had it. No.
I think Charlotte's gonna win it though. I think
That's
Becky's
fair.
fucked. I think
Yeah.
Becky's fucked.
No,
I-
Lee.
the start of it.
I want to hear Lee. He's a big women's wrestling proponent. I want to hear who Lee thinks is going to win this triple threat match.
Is this going to be in a Jello pit, or is it going to have bra and panties going on, or is Asuka going to be in it?
No, Asuka's not on the card. Nowhere to be
None
seen.
of-
Okay, well then I don't want to
Jesus
watch it.
Christ.
I don't give two fucks then.
Yep.
God
no.
damn it, man! This company, what the fuck? I love that they're like, oh yeah, well, Asuka just didn't. No, she didn't carry those matches with Carmella, so let's keep going with Carmella.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah,
it!
who
man.
can carry that sack of wet
How-
cement?
How awesome would this match be if it was
Yeah.
Charlotte versus Becky versus Asuka triple threat?
That would be pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Damn,
that.
that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like maybe it takes two of them to beat Asuka.
Actually,
That's
think,
Yeah.
that better. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I actually
Yeah.
think we'll get that in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if we get that in the future.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
but
their
it
problem
should be in
is, though?
SummerSlam 2018.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they're doing the opposite of what they used to do. Like, remember when they did the triple threat Shield right before Mania, and we were like, just do it at Mania. That's like
Yeah.
that's a big match. Now they're doing the opposite, where they're like, we're like, we have all these matches you can do, and they're like, LOL, bro, Carmella.
Fucking Carmella, man. Goddamn. She should never be anywhere without Ellsworth, though. Like that. I mean, we've said that several times, but
So dumb to let him go.
Yeah.
Because she immediately becomes way less interesting without him.
yeah.
Can they just fire her and put Ellsworth
him?
in a dress and call him
Yeah.
Carmella?
Now, I will say this. I have been watching this, and I think it's obvious who's going to win. The way this story, it seems so played out. I can see it happening, like, way ahead of
Charlotte.
time. I actually do not see Charlotte winning. I think it's very obvious that Becky's going to win. The way everybody's been treating, like, all of the way everybody's been talking backstage, when Carmella was on commentary, when the Iconics came out and they were talking, I think it's so obvious that Becky is winning. And what I see happening is Becky is going to win, and Charlotte's going to fucking fuck her up after the match. And
Oh, yeah.
that's going to lead to the Becky-Charlotte feud that we know is
I can
coming.
see that.
But the way everybody's been talking, it's been so brutally obvious Becky's going to win, I think. That's just my opinion. But the Iconics really laid it on thick and made it obvious to me. But again, who knows? It could have just been, all up in the air. And
All
Carmella
misdirection.
Carmella can come and fucking beat both of them, and who knows? But yeah, I'm definitely going with Becky on this one. But
Yeah,
that's just
same.
me.
I also just want her to win. Like I like Becky, so
love
like,
Becky.
God, get her that win. That'll be one of the awesome moments. No matter what else happens, her with the title. Someone showed a clip of her backstage after she had a loss. It's like Becky Lynch summarizes what a normal loss should be to a professional wrestler. Is how they titled it, and she was like heartbroken but upset and not like fully depressed. But it's like, yeah, a loss should matter when you have only one belt in your division. Like a loss should be a bad thing, not just I'll get them next time. And she made it work, and it's great. So she actually has that inner character, and this is it. Like, they got to go for that title. So, yeah.
I see her winning here. Her and Charlotte starting the feud. Charlotte winning the title at Evolution. That's what I'm calling. That's how I see it taking place. But who knows? What do I know? Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that.
What do
honestly.
I know, though? But
Yeah.
another match I want to talk about. Hopefully, we don't just gloss over this one because I'm really fucking excited. The Cruiserweight title is back on a pay-per-view. Cedric
Oh.
Alexander versus Drew Gulak. It'll probably be on the goddamn kickoff show.
Oh,
but,
kickoff for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
but either way,
2 hour kickoff, yeah.
oh man, I am very excited about this one. Obviously, I am a little biased on this one,
Well,
but to see
bummer.
my boy Drew Gulak on SummerSlam, I hope it's on SummerSlam actually. But
I was
Oh.
gonna say this was your original. This my prediction as well. The original finale from the WrestleMania tournament.
That's
we
what
thought would be this.
Yep, I thought this was going to be the WrestleMania match, and I was hoping Gulak would win at WrestleMania, but I think it is time, and he is going to win here on SummerSlam, for real. What do you guys do?
Yeah.
You think Gulak's got a chance? You think they're going to keep it on Alexander?
I feel like Alexander's gonna keep it. I don't know, like why? Has Gulak been like kicking ass or something lately? Does deserve to win? Because it feels like Alex they love putting their title on the African Americans. So they put it on the white guy. I'm just thinking from Vince's standpoint. He's like, I don't know about that Gulak. It doesn't look like it's gonna be good.
The one thing I've noticed a lot about Gulak has been bulking up, which is interesting.
Good. Yeah, he needs to, because
Yeah, he was a little more I wasn't real scraggly, but he just really didn't have any muscle tone or any definition. But
at least he would be like a Tony Nese to me. Like, if you're going to be in
God.
that division and you're not a high flyer, you need to bulk up.
That
You need to
dude's
be
really
big.
fucking
That's the whole
jacked.
point. You're going to be doing, like the opposite of the high flyers. You want to ground them.
But see, he's kind of recruited lately. Brian, goddamn
Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick, and
Dude, he deserves to be on the main roster, not 205 Live.
yeah, but he's kind of recruited a couple guys, and he's got his, he's still doing the 4 better 205 Live, and I'm just hoping to God. I don't know. Maybe they're going to save Cedric Alexander to lose against Leo Rush, maybe, because they are building Leo Rush up pretty strong. But
That makes more sense to me.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised, but it doesn't make sense to do it either.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know. They could. I don't know. I think it's SummerSlam. The title's not on a lot of pay-per-view, so I'm hoping they're going to try to make a big deal and make a title change. I mean, that's just me being biased again. I don't know. I'm probably
they
going
do that a lot,
to
too.
I'm probably going to pick
Yeah.
Gulak, and I'm probably going to get it wrong because I'm going to be biased and pick my man. But
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome. He's just a nice dude in general.
Oh,
Like,
and
he was
he's-
great in PWG shows and stuff. And I've always heard from other people that he's like one of everybody's favorite.
yeah,
Like personally. But I was gonna say, 205 Live, still good from what I've been able to see. And Leo Rush, by the way, hey, you know what? I am able to admit that I'm wrong sometimes. Maybe he's a piece of shit and he's just really young in real life. But
he is very young.
he's been great. Good on the promo. I want to see him get his ass kicked. He's got that X-Pac heat with me, except without like the fact that I don't want to turn the channel. I just really want to see him get beat up. So he's great. He's doing a good job. Good job, kid.
I would like to see him almost even like, yeah, he is definitely doing some good heel stuff, but I want to see him almost be like, yeah, I fucking talk shit about Emma. What do you guys? Fuck you guys. I don't care. Like
I mean,
bring
she
up
would
stuff
be happy
that,
about it because she wants to be back into the news.
yeah,
you know?
like bring up stuff that really like people that really got mad at him for. Like bring
I
up
think
some
we're
of that.
gonna
Get
get
even more
that.
heat.
We're gonna
Would be
get that
great.
in droves once the climate shifts and the new people take over. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be more personal with everything instead of just this like corporate protected just.
But the thing is, 205 Live is filled with so many really good wrestlers right now. You got Mustafa Ali, who still is arguably the best on the whole show, and Buddy Murphy, who is just, dear God, I didn't even see that coming. But wow, they have so many good wrestlers right now that I just all matches I'm excited to see. So, and Cedric Alexander just not taking any credit away. He's fucking great too. So.
Yep.
I don't know. It's good. Lee, are you excited for the midget match as you usually call these cruiserweight matches?
That's the thing. I don't know these two new midgets you're talking about that they got going on here. Can they bring in like Little Beaver or Dink the Clown or like Little Tokyo or somebody like that? Like somebody I know, or like little Vader, Mini Vader, whatever his name was, Haiti Kid maybe. Get him in there.
Mini Vader.
Because when you do the comedy matches like this, it's better to have more midgets
God
in it.
damn, son.
It's better to have more midgets so you can maximize your comedy potential, and then you usually have one regular size wrestler in there who can get his ass bitten by one of the midgets, and everyone laughs. It's good stuff.
Wow. Okay. Well, now I regret asking you about the fucking match because, yep. All right. Moving on here. Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins. There's somebody got a match. Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Intercontinental title. I still don't see Ziggler losing the title here to Rollins. Rollins is by far the most, besides Braun Strowman, Rollins is definitely the most over dude on the roster on Raw. He needs to get to the main event as soon as possible. I mean, I know he main evented the last pay-per-view with Ziggler, but do you guys see Rollins winning the title here?
No.
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 I wouldn't be surprised, but he'll go down in a losing effort and like get a standing O kind of thing. Like it'll be a great loss for him.
I mean, you know what though? Maybe because again we're going too heavy on the heels. Because I have a prediction for Brock and Roman that a lot of people don't have. So
Yeah.
maybe. I mean,
know
Rollins
what?
could just get that, and then they could have Ambrose come back, and then finally do the turn and have him feud.
Well, you could always have McIntyre make a play to be like, all right, now I'm going after Rollins in the title, and we get that for a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and
because
McIntyre has
McIntyre's
been
there.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Great.
great.
Well, he's in the
doing great.
corner.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to be there
Lawler,
again.
Ziggler
So.
and McIntyre's doing.
McIntyre, like that's the comeback that Jinder hoped for, and yet he got the title out of it. Like, it's been
Right?
a great-ass comeback. Holy shit.
You know what? I was talking about maybe Ambrose showing up at the last pay-per-view, but maybe this is where we're going to get maybe Ambrose. Because he's coming close. He should be back sometime soon.
Were they even the odds? Maybe.
Yeah, because I thought he would come back to even the odds, and this could be it here. But then again, I don't know. I just don't see Rollins winning the title back right here. But I don't know. You are right, Zion. So far, we've been picking a lot of fucking heels. Again, yeah, because I picked Becky, but I think every other match I probably picked a fucking heel.
Yeah.
The one weird thing to consider is it's in New York. It's at Brooklyn. And New York crowds often do cheer bad guys. So there'll still be a rowdy, happy crowd, even if bad guys win. So they don't have to worry about that as much as they normally would.
Yeah, and there's no countdown clock for this match, so it should be less distracting from the fucking shit fans. But it'll be one of the best matches on the card, no doubt, 100%. But, yeah. Anybody else got anything to say before I go pick the next match?
Nope.
It's going to be good. That's all.
Well, yeah.
Like,
It'll be better. It'll be better than the previous match because it won't be the main event.
Yeah. Strowman, Owens, the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line in any shape or form. Disqualification.
No chance.
See, they're not even calling it Money in the Bank briefcase is on the line. They're saying if Owens wins, he becomes Mr. Money in the Bank. So it's like that's the title that you get for having this.
Oh.
For some reason, that infuriates me. That's so fucking dumb.
What do you like? What do you like? What part? Like, what do you mean?
Well, it's not that he becomes the Money in the Bank contract holder. He becomes Mr. Money in the Bank. Like that's a title that you can win and lose. That's stupid. Also, the Kevin Owens show. The moment I saw that was on its own thing, I'm like, that's so Braun can flip it.
Yeah, that was.
Like, there's no reason to do it otherwise. Like, what the fuck?
And as soon as that fucking platform moved, this was the segment of Raw I actually watched this week. This is what I tuned into. This fucking bullshit, man. As soon as that fucking platform moved, if I was Jinder or his little brown sidekick, whatever the fuck his name is, I would be jumping the hell off of that thing, man. I would be
His little brown sidekick.
Dear God.
I mean, he is describing a small Indian man.
Well, he's one of the Singh brother. I don't know which fucking
That's
one
true.
it is.
I will tell you, I do not know which one that is either. So
It's Jagafi.
okay, that's probably worse than.
But realistically, what they should have been is like, he's going to flip this thing. Get him when he tries. Oh, there you go. 3 people teamed up on the big... No, they're all stupid people.
I mean, I thought it was okay. It was okay.
Considering that Braun lost the cage match by virtue of throwing a man off the cage, he's going to win this one because he didn't win the last one. And he's got to be that. But also, maybe he doesn't win it because he doesn't look strong and Owens gets it. And shit!
Owens looked strong, brother, when he got tossed up that cage helplessly to his death and got a win over Braun Strowman.
Oh, man, that was so crazy.
That was such a that was such a dumb way to end that match, though.
I saw that coming a mile away. That was.
No, I know, but like, why didn't
Braun
Braun just win and then throw him off? Why would Braun lose a match on?
Braun Strowman went into a garbage truck at one point. That's how they book his matches.
Well,
so
see, he didn't need to win that match. Now he needs to
just
win.
have Kevin Owens win because he's faster than Braun. Like, not throw him off it didn't do anything for anybody other than Braun, making him look like an idiot to me. Because he just lost a match on purpose. It was like when Jeff Hardy went to the top of the cage and could have won the match for his team, but he did the whisper in the wind off the top of the cage. Did it look great? Cool, but it made no fucking sense. And at least in that instance, Matt Hardy used that to start a feud. Braun just lost the match on purpose after trying to win for 20 minutes just because.
I even said that. That's how Braun would win. Braun would win by violence. No, he would lose by violence because he would do something stupid. But we still predicted it because I'm like, they'll do it because.
I thought it was a fucking highlight of the show. That was a great moment.
They could have done it with logic, is what I'm arguing.
Does anybody think that Owens could get the contract out of this?
Not a chance in hell.
Because that's the only reason he could win it, and I would not be surprised in a weird way. But
heel heavy, so this is a for sure.
It's that 1%. Like I could see them being dumb and doing it, but no, don't take it off of Braun. It's the whole point of him having it. So
yeah, with what
stupid faces.
Now here's
one of my biggest pet peeves.
You want stupid faces? Braun Strowman. I'm gonna cash this in on Brock Lesnar. Get these hands. I'm gonna cash it in. Brock Lesnar's here. Where's Braun? Good question. Anyway, Lesnar's gone. Braun's here now. Fucking Christ. No, I know. I think Owens had grabbed it or something and stole it, so he couldn't have cashed in or something. No, fuck. He should have cashed it in when Lesnar was there, because that was the whole point. He's literally got this case so he can cash in on Lesnar next time he sees him, so he can't run. Look, there he is. Get him.
Without looking at us saying, oh yeah, all these heels are going to win, I actually would, storyline wise, the way the story is going, I would actually say, hey, Owens does have a chance to win this match.
I just don't.
Because
but realistically, though,
no.
What is your why do you think why do you think that a cash in with Owens is going to get a bigger response than Braun? Braun has momentum. He's over. He's arguably probably one of the number one babyface in terms of reactions on Raw. Why would they give it to Owens, who is significantly cooled down? I mean, he's still great. I still like him, but they have not shown any signs of caring about him since Hell in a Cell with Shane. So why all of a sudden would they just be we're going to give up that awesome moment where everybody's going to pop huge when Braun cashes in at the end of the night so that Owens can cash in, and people are like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool too. That just seems weird.
I mean, we don't know when he would cash in. It could be
he's going to cash in that night. 100%.
Yeah. So you're saying
yes,
SummerSlam, the title.
I'm not saying he's going to necessarily walk away with it, but he's going to try to cash in 100% because they have to have a backup plan for that disaster that is going to be Roman and Brock, and then Braun is
Yep.
Okay.
I agree with that.
That's a good point. So let's keep it. Oh, okay, sorry. What's up?
Well, I was going to say that they've done that before when Bryan beat Cena, and then Orton cashed in. It's not unprecedented.
Yeah. I mean, that would make a little more sense. I don't know.
I think it all depends on the main event, obviously, and Brock's status. But
yeah, no, they could audible it. Honestly, they could be like, "Go."
And they have. We've heard multiple times where they've made decisions an hour before the freaking Undertaker's streak ended, an hour before they decided, an hour before it started airing. That's crazy.
What a moment! What a moment. So let's move on here. Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey, your main event for SummerSlam here. Let's see. No,
it will probably be second last. You're probably right.
Man, this match is going to be great. I'm excited for this. No, what do you mean no?
No, I am. I'll just say it quickly. I'm legitimately excited. Ronda's matches are fun. Is it going to be good? Not for the right reasons, but I'm legitimately looking forward to it. It's going to be what it is. 5 or 6 minutes of chaos. It'll be that.
I have been sold on Ronda Rousey already. I am all in for every one of her matches. I'm excited. Alexa Bliss, she isn't the best wrestler.
She'll do enough.
Yeah,
she's awful. She's not the best. She is actually awful in the ring.
No.
I don't know about awful.
No, she is no. You guys, all of you,
Carmella
every one
is
of you, every one of you is completely biased because every one of you bumps her up by a point because she's hot. None of you actually when I'm watching an Alexa Bliss match, I am not watching the same match that you guys apparently are because she is fucking terrible. She's not Carmella bad by any means because that's just borderline unwatchable. She's watchable.
Matt, let me put it this way: Ronda's match with Alicia Fox was a fun, entertaining match.
Yeah.
Alicia was dog shit.
Alicia
I'm not
is
talking
worse.
any type of shit about Ronda
embarrassingly
at all.
bad.
I'm
for
saying
someone
that
who's that much of a veteran.
And I'm
so
telling
this
you,
match will still be fun. Alexa won't be very good in it, but it'll still be a fun match I'll enjoy. That's
cool.
it.
But I'm done with Bliss until she has single-handedly destroyed the 4 horsewomen from being mega superstars to just being more chicks on the roster because she made them all individually look like shit, and I'm done with that. And she has not improved enough to warrant sacrificing some of the best women wrestlers I've ever seen in recent memory. She was not worth it. She hasn't warranted it. And that's why I say when they sacrificed Asuka to Carmella, why? Why? We could be having NXT level awesome matches all the time. I look at it from this standpoint. NXT doesn't even keep their women wrestlers very long, correct? Because then they get called up within about 2 or 3 years usually. So NXT has a revolving door, and yet they consistently have good women's matches with interesting storylines. WWE just keeps pushing the same 2 people that don't warrant it and don't deserve it. Carmella does not deserve this at all, hands down. I mean, in any way, shape, or form. And then Alexa Bliss is better, for sure. I mean, she's more competent. But again, nobody can name a single Alexa Bliss match that blew them away, ever. And she's had She's worked with the best.
I'll be
I
able
don't
to tell you
understand.
one after SummerSlam. I'll be able to tell you one after SummerSlam.
No, but that's unacceptable to me because I'm not willing to keep giving her chances. Because you know what I'm going to tell you? It'll be fine. It's all going to be completely rehearsed. There's going to be a shitload of run-ins. It's going to be a cluster, but it'll be fun because Ronda's matches are fun.
Well, there you go. If it's fun, then I mean...
No, but I don't want fun. I want awesome and memorable forever. This match is going to happen, and we're going to say, it's all right. We liked it. Like, it was entertaining. But when we could be having Sasha Banks going at it with one of the other big NXT former names and have a match that's similar to, like, when they were in NXT. We're settling for just, it was fine. I want amazing, and we're not getting that at all.
Let's look at it like
No,
that. It sounds like...
No,
promise
I'm done.
me this.
I'm
promise
sorry.
me
Alexa
this.
Bliss is no longer in the let's see camp. Ronda is great. I love Ronda. I don't want to...
I'm not saying let's see anything.
No, I'll agree with you there. She should not be in the Let's See camp when she's a 5-time women's champion, main eventing SummerSlam and WrestleMania.
That's ridiculous.
No, that's not a wait and see. And Matt's right. Are there memorable matches? No. Will this one be one? Yeah. But it's not because of her. It's because of her opponent. So that's to be fair.
What they should do.
That doesn't sour me on this match at all. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's enough in here to make me like.
On this match, I have zero interest in watching Alexa Bliss do anything other than look hot. That's
okay,
it.
I'm
sorry.
First of all, I think it's
five-time fucking champion.
It's a little unfair to say the only reason we let her pass is because she's hot.
Okay,
yes.
So please name me her 5-star classics that you remember for the rest of your days.
That's okay. We're about to get into this shit.
Let's
okay,
do it. Let's get into it.
Here we go.
This is the problem. And deserves 5 fucking title reigns. None of them.
This is the problem with a lot of the wrestling fans today. Here we go.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. No.
Oh, you mean I shouldn't always
I can't
want
even
the
talk.
best?
God damn,
No, let him say. No, he hasn't said why yet.
I haven't said
He
anything.
hasn't even said why.
He just compared me to all general wrestling fans, and I'm a smart brother.
I compared your thought process to a lot of the hardcore fans out there. Because you said it perfectly when you said, name me one 5-star Alexa Bliss match. These matches don't have to all be 5 stars.
Right. Name me one 3-star Alexa Bliss match.
Off the top of my head, I don't have one.
You can't name shit, so it doesn't matter if it's perfect. She can't wrestle. That's my problem. She's fine. She's passable. Why are we putting the spotlight, so much title reigns on a passable wrestler when you have the best wrestlers of all time?
God. I'm trying to say it's not just because she's hot. She is, if not the best on the mic or character-wise, females on the. Why does that not matter? This is.
Because you have to be able to. You got to be able to back it up. It's like the UFC. They have so many people.
This is sports entertainment.
Okay, listen. That's what I'm saying. They have so many people in the UFC that were great talkers that could sell a match to so many people are like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Mm-hmm. They go in there and then it's just shit. Terrible. And then how long do they last though? UFC doesn't keep those people around because they're not performing at the end of the day. Alexa can set up a match. I would argue against that. She's good on the mic, but that doesn't mean her storylines have been good at all.
Bomber, Matt, I can kind of sum this up, I think, in the best way. Could you imagine if Jinder Mahal was a 5-time world champion with victories over the best of the best?
But
that's what he's comparing this to. Jinder's not that good. I would not be surprised by it, but you'd hate it because, fucking not Jinder again. But Jinder doesn't have good matches. Does he do enough to get to the spot?
But Jinder isn't the best charismatic male superstar on the roster.
She's not the best.
No, but that's literally how he got there. He got there based on his looks.
Alexa Bliss is the top, if not the top number 1. She's the top 2 or 3 on the entire roster for females.
Completely, I don't know. I disagree. She's gonna play a bitch. She can't do anything else. They tried. No, here's why I argue against her on that. Can she say lines effectively in bitch mode? Sure. The problem is, then we get segments like, oh, now she's standing backstage with Mickie James and laughing super over the top and evil. We're never going to get our comeuppance. And all of a sudden,
you're going to get
writing.
That's the writing. Goes, those backstage things.
Okay, well,
you got to be able to deliver it.
Writing. What am I supposed to make excuses for Alexa Bliss because their writing is shit? I mean, there's other people that they give bad shit to, and they make it into gold. So
yeah, Bomber. A big thing about it is is she the top character right now? Possibly.
Yes.
But the fact is, we know that because we've seen it that Bayley and Sasha and Becky and some of the other ones have that potential in them, but they've literally been hamstrung because of her push.
Here's the thing.
Now, is that all her to blame? No. but it makes you not want to see her. That's where I get Matt coming from. That's where he's
This
coming
is
from.
a
There
good
literally could be all of them.
That's a
big.
good comparison. Becky Lynch, for example, is way better than Alexa Bliss. We all agree on that. In the ring, a million times, well, not a million times better, but she is way better than Alexa Bliss. Would I rather see a Becky Lynch match or an Alexa Bliss match as far as the story, the build-up, the payoff, like from start to finish a story? Fuck yeah, I'd way rather see an Alexa Bliss story.
So you'd rather watch a match that you'll never remember after the next
I want to
year
see
instead
a
of
story
potentially
I
having.
remember
But I
besides.
can name great Becky Lynch matches with great stories. But I can't name
I
anything
actually
from
can't.
Alexa Bliss. Nothing. Not a single one. All I can name is times that she crushed people. I don't understand why you can sit there and say that oh man, she deserves this spot when she clearly doesn't at all.
I'm not
just
quite
lucked into
saying
it.
she should be a 5-time champion. I'm saying that this match is going to be great. We are going to remember it. It is going to be a good match. Her and Ronda Rousey,
Disagree.
the build-up has been very good, and I'm excited for it. I mean, that's
I don't think the
literally
build-up
what
is
I've
very
been
good.
defending.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, and it feels.
Well, there you
it
go.
feels
You've
like
seen bits and pieces. You haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I've liked the build-up, Matt. Honestly, it's been good.
The
It's been
build-up's been good.
entertaining.
I
Yeah,
like
it's been good.
I was gonna say I like Ronda in the build-up. I get nothing from Alexa Bliss.
Well, that
Ever.
sounds like a personal thing, though. That doesn't sound.
It doesn't though, because their entire women's division on Raw is in fucking disarray because of the decisions they made pushing her at the top. Here's the thing: you can't tell me she's good because imagine Ric Flair back in the day. He's touring around the old territories like Lee. If I don't even know if Lee still exists.
Yeah, Lee, back me up on this Bliss situation.
But imagine if Ric Flair was in the NWA and he's touring around as champion and he's fucking mediocre as hell. Great on the mic, though. One of the best of all time. But his matches are just no good. And not only is he no good,
I love it.
Comparing Bliss
he's
to Ric Flair.
also
I'll
hurting
back him up on this
other
one.
baby faces in territories and hurting their ability to make money as he tours. And the company just goes, I mean, he's really good on the mic, and look at how sexy he is with his blonde hair. Keep him on top. It
Hey.
seems completely counterproductive.
I can say before Lee jumps in, 'cause we'll revive Lee in a second, that I used to hate Ric Flair because I found him boring as a child watching it, and he would always beat everybody. I felt the exact same way about it in that moment, as uneducated as I was. But also, people literally felt that way about Hogan. Oh, he's just this big whatever dude, then he never loses. That was the effect too. He's not good enough for that. I want to see these guys win, but Hogan never loses. It's the same thing there. I'm not comparing Alexa to them. Keep that in mind. But that's the mindset of it. It's like, oh, fuck, her again? Is that attitude.
I mean, but at least the people you named had good matches. Hogan has some. They're not good. I mean, they're class. They're iconic. And then Ric Flair obviously has some, just from the incredible professional wrestling matches. She's had none of these. Nothing iconic. No matches that are memorable. None that are even you could tell me that was a pretty good. Nothing. She has nothing. And yet you're sitting here going, everybody, not just you guys, by the way. I notice everybody loves her. I don't understand why she hasn't drawn any type
not
of
saying I
positive
love her.
momentum
No,
for her brand's division at all.
Again, I like her character. I do.
Yeah, I'm not saying I
Yeah,
love her. She's
she
not
would
my
be a
favorite
fine,
at all.
normal character, but she's awful in the ring, and that matters so much. It really does.
She's not. I wouldn't put her in the awful category.
Hey, Lee, what do you think of the women?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
come on.
Lee is.
Lee doesn't like the women, so he'll
Lee's
be
gonna-
as fair as
no,
possible.
no, Lee's gonna back me up on this one for real though. He knows that the character is is good enough to get this fucking.
No, but I mean with my Ric Flair
Over.
comparison, I'm curious to see what he thinks about that.
That's just
Don't
great.
diss the Bliss.
There it is. Don't diss the Bliss, baby.
There you go. See, he thinks she's hot though. So
He does.
again,
No,
doesn't-
see, here's what I'm hearing from you, Zion. Which I mean, it's always your opinion. Like, opinions are opinions, but it sounds like you're saying she's only where she's at because she's hot. Is that true?
No, I don't. See, I also said
I don't
she's
think
great
it's-
on the mic.
I don't think
I
it's-
said point blank, she's awesome on the mic. That doesn't mean that I want to watch her wrestle for 20 minutes on a big pay-per-view.
It's like
I would
Enzo
let's have her be a
cruiserweight champ.
manager. She'd be
Well,
great as a manager. She can't.
No,
she
it's
can't
like
wrestle.
Enzo is the cruiserweight champ. He's not deserving of that based on his in-ring ability.
He was fucking
But he
awesome.
talked his way in.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though. Hey, at least he was fucking awesome, right? Every week we're not coming out here and going, oh man, Alexa Bliss killed it on Raw despite the fact that she's mediocre. But when Enzo was out there as cruiserweight champion, we were going, oh, his matches were whatever, but he was so fucking awesome that he went over the top with it and he won us over. We are always complaining about Alexa Bliss. Even you guys, even though you guys go, you like her, whenever we have her matches happen on the pay-per-views and stuff, when we review them, Every single time, it's either like, I was all right, or I didn't like it.
Well,
We never give her shining reviews.
I
ever.
am tired of her as champion. Absolutely. Like, that's despite
This
everything
is totally
else.
ended.
Let's
This
move
better
on.
be- That's the only nice thing about this is Ronda better fucking crush her, and she better not be back until she can learn to work a fucking match.
I think
Your comparison of Ric Flair is pretty off base, though, really. Because Ric Flair was touring the territories, and yeah, he actually was the moneymaker for the company. Alexa Bliss isn't a moneymaker for the fucking company. Alexa Bliss doesn't have to draw fans. She just has to hold a title that doesn't mean anything in the first place. Once Ronda Rousey gets it, then you might be talking some money. But right now, Alexa Bliss is just holding it, and she's doing an all right job for what ability she has.
And
Like,
to back that up, she literally has to hold airtime for a certain period, and she's very good at that.
Exactly.
yeah. Now,
Is
see,
she though?
the
I mean-
thing that blew me, that set me off was name me one 5-star. This isn't one. It's not every
Okay,
match.
okay.
has
I don't
to
think I
be-
can name a single
let's-
5-star
okay,
women's
hold on.
match
Let's
that
reverse
isn't
it because
Sasha
you're gonna-
Bailey.
Hold on, you're going
Like-
to take me literally at being over-exaggerating, because that's what you do sometimes when we fight. No, name
I
me
don't
a
fight.
match
I
that
talk.
when you die, or even in 10 years, you'll look back and go, God damn, Alexa Bliss fucking nailed it. Not a single one, and I can't get behind anybody until they give me a good... Becky was the same thing in NXT. I did not like Becky Lynch at all. I felt she was awkward. She came out, she did that weird fucking dance. Nobody liked her. And then she had that amazing match with Sasha Banks out of nowhere. No one was expecting Becky Lynch to win her, but over. Once she had that awesome match, great. Now, hey, if we get to SummerSlam, and if it's fair is fair, if it is just the best fucking match ever, I will say, hey, Alexa Bliss, it only took you 5 fucking title reigns and multiple years in the company and crushing the entire women's division to have a good match.
Well, the thing is, you're being way too hard. She's only been what, like
She killed the division! She killed the division!
she's
I don't-
I'd like
she's
to be hard on
not.
her.
No, she's not. God damn it, Lee. She's not killing the division. She's
No, she did. She did, but I don't. Weirdly, I don't hold that against her in this point.
That's not
We've done
her
it so
fault.
many
She
times.
didn't walk up and be like, you know what, I'm winning this match tonight.
You're right. True.
So am I supposed to like what WWE's presenting me, even though they're presenting me a turd? No, because WWE, it's not the turd's fault,
Well,
it's WWE's fault. I don't
It's the
understand.
same as hating
I'm
on
still-
Triple H when he was world champion. It's the same thing when he had that world heavyweight title reign in 2003.
So-
It's like, oh fuck, he'll never
Bottom
lose.
line, at the end of the day,
Yes.
I'm in the minority.
Yeah.
All of you want to put it inside of her anally, and I judge her based off of wrestling. She's mediocre as fuck. She's never had a good match. Everything's just passable, and it's not worth sacrificing so many people, especially right now. We could be getting Sasha Banks versus Ronda Rousey in like a really epic encounter. They could have kept Sasha protected since Mania. They could have
Yeah, that can
had
still
her
happen.
get all these wins. And instead, they threw the fucking title onto the big girl.
Nope.
They'll call it instead the big dog. They threw it onto her. Then they immediately put it back onto Alexa Bliss to put it onto Ronda. Like, what the fuck? Like, where is the planning here?
No,
There's no planning.
the
They're
whole-
just doing it as they go.
That was terrible. That was bad booking with the whole Nia stuff. Yes, that was all bad stuff. But to say that we could be having this, we can still have that in the future. And Bliss,
You can't though because Sasha's credibility. All we're doing is bitching about Sasha now. We're like, God, she's awful. God, all they do is we're like, oh, please, no tag team. It's too late.
No,
Like,
no,
they-
there's a difference in not wanting to tag team and thinking Sasha's bad. I don't think she's bad at all.
course she's
like,
not
but what I'm
bad.
saying-
okay,
what
so
I'm saying-
that whole
what I'm
thing where
saying
like,
is- what I'm saying
hold
is
on.
that Sasha has lost her specialness because of her program with Alexa Bliss. So
no.
I
I
Oh,
was going to say that. You're saying like
What?
they've not recovered at all since their losses. I think that's flatly incorrect. I
Yeah,
think they
what are you
have all
talking
bounced back. Are they as special and amazingly great as they were? No, and that was sacrificed, yes. But they're not.
you just answered my question though. That doesn't
No,
make
no.
it. You just said did they just fucking sacrifice them for
Oh,
Alexa
so
Bliss?
they're not at 100%. They're at 95.
I
That's still
no, they're
fucking
not at
great.
95. We have flat out
Wow.
said that we wanted to turn off the TV because of how annoying they've been booking.
No.
Sasha.
Wait, what does we? I've never said that.
yeah.
I've not
I've probably
like,
said that, but I've been 100% consistent
I'm
for
tapping,
this
I'm tapping.
entire podcast.
Tap it out. It's going nowhere.
No,
I'm
like-
being 3-on-1. And Lee would join me if he cared, but he
Honestly,
doesn't.
Matt, the fact you're saying that you're still you're hung up on the fact that she killed the women's division. Yeah, it
I'm
hurt
hung
at that
up on
point.
the fact that
But
she
I don't
still
find
hasn't
that
had a
it's
good
like
match.
no.
Why does that not matter to anybody? I
No,
feel like
it
you guys are
absolutely
just like,
does.
oh, but this one will be good, so it's okay.
She's had
no.
good stories. She's had good.
No, she hasn't.
She's
What's
had,
good story?
She's had
You
decent.
just- We just bitched and complained about the whole like Nia stuff for the last 3 or 4 months.
That was them flip flopping Nia
Bomber,
stuff. That was.
You do realize that Matt keeps saying I want good matches, and you're countering with I want good stories. There's never going to be an in between on that. This like they're two different things at this point.
I
so,
know. In that I know. That's
all I'm saying is the whole thing was killing the division.
We'll find out at SummerSlam, okay? And what'll be hilarious and what I hope happens is I hope Alexa gets out like a kendo stick and beats the shit out of Ronda for like 10 minutes and pins her in the ring. Oh no, gets the armbar on her and Ronda taps out, and then they just push Ronda down as a jobber, and Alexa just continues to run wild as a bomber, continues to justify every new person that they're going to put down for Bliss because the story's good.
No, you see, you have taken this to a whole nother level because
I do, because I don't like Alexa Bliss anymore at all. I have no fondness for her at all. Is it her fault? I really don't think it's her fault. That doesn't mean I have to like her.
No,
I never
don't
told
have to like
you.
the character.
I never told
Honestly,
you had to like her.
No, that's fair. A big part of it is when Matt sees someone take a loss like that, he doesn't see them able to rebound whatsoever. We've seen that. No, you come off like that. They're ruined, and it's forever. Like Finn Balor.
Mouth now. That's completely inaccurate.
You said that Finn Balor can't recover from the losses he's had.
Some people can't. You're right. Some people can't. I don't say everybody. I don't say once they shit the bed.
That's a common. It is a common thing that you've said. I'll say that. I won't say everybody.
Sure. And is it wrong though? Right, can you name how many people that they shit the bed on that they brought back? It can be done, but I don't say it's always impossible.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But it's pretty common.
The women that she's made suffer have bounced back or are in the process of bouncing back. They're not irreverent.
Charlotte,
they're not damaged irreverently.
And I give you Becky, but it took time. They had to, especially Becky had to get shit on for like 3 years until she did something. And I cannot believe that you guys would say that Sasha and Bayley have bounced back when we've been shitting on them forever. Their feud has been unbearably confusing and just weird.
They're a focal point of Raw.
That doesn't mean it's good though.
I have so many things
but they're higher up.
Like, I didn't say it. I'm not like.
Well, I didn't think this would be the match we talked about more than any other match.
I don't think anybody did.
Over Bliss. You guys sounded super excited for something that I'm like.
Can I just say that of this whole thing, the fact that I'm excited about this match has nothing to do with Alexa Bliss.
But that's another problem too. When I want the heavyweight championship of a division to be one of the focal points on the show, I want to think, all right, this is two titans meeting at SummerSlam. These are two people. This is going to be a match. This is just going to be how can Alexa Bliss run away from Ronda Rousey until she catches her and makes her tap. That's what's going to happen.
I will just freely say if this was Ronda versus anybody, I'd be excited. It happens to be Alexa for the women's title.
That's the story they're telling right now. I saw that part where it was an awesome. I love Ronda's finisher, by the way. I like how it was shit the first time she hit it, and now she does the spin. It's money. But that's what they've been telling. The story is obviously Alexa can't stand up to Ronda because Ronda's a maid, which in real life is completely accurate. That's the story they're telling. And then you go, oh my god, I can't believe that. That's what's gonna happen. She's just gonna run around. She's like Ronda's gonna get distracted by Mickey. She's gonna throw her into the pole, get a little bit of a dominant, maybe 5 minutes of beating her down, and then she's gonna come back and tap her out. There's gonna be some shenanigans. Blah,
he's
blah,
not wrong. But it's gonna be fun.
I'm not saying that you're. Your tastes or your whatever what you look for.
I'm not saying your tastes are wrong, but you're wrong.
I'm not saying your tastes are wrong at all. But one of the classic in wrestling history is the big strong babyface versus the chicken shit heel.
I hate it. I'm done with it. It doesn't fit in today's society.
It's just not your thing. It's just not your thing. That's fine.
It doesn't work anymore.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
totally works.
You know what?
It does work. I'm just saying.
You know what? There is.
That's just your thought.
Having 5 title reigns, and none of us can mention one match that was above average.
I was going to say, I can't name a single 5-star women's match at all, except for the takeover with Bayley.
I'm not saying I'm just name me a good match she had, and she just hasn't. Even when she thinks the best,
we've heard. Yes. Okay. So we have learned we're not gonna agree at this at all. So we're gonna move on.
So let's talk about the match.
Trust me, I would love to talk for another 40 minutes about this, but I'm sure people listening.
No, we gotta talk about Brock and Roman.
Yeah, because this is probably gonna be like a 5-second. Yeah, we're done. So all right, here we go. Moving on to the other match that might main event. We'll see. Brock Lesnar defending the Universal Championship. For the first time since
Jesus
Rumble, greatest Rumble,
the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
20-something.
Yep, against Roman Reigns. And we talked about, hey, it might turn into a triple threat. We don't know. Bobby Lashley might be involved. No, he's singing with Elias.
Nope.
He's gone. He's done now. So, yeah, we are getting this one-on-one match.
It was just interesting, too.
They had a promo come out where they said this is a feud that's been 3 years in the making. Like, yeah,
It just
it's been going for 3 years. It's a 3-year feud. Yeah, and Roman's never won.
No.
So why is it going to be different? Oh, because he'll fight and he'll do nothing different. Because
there's only two outcomes. There's really only two. Roman wins, and then Braun cashes in. Or, well, I guess you could just say Roman just wins. I mean, I would think that's suicidal on their part if they just put the belt on Roman and closed with him in victory. I mean, I'm not going to put it past him. Know him. Yeah. But I think if Roman wins, Braun cashes in 100%. I mean, that's just my feeling on it. But I still feel like, because I didn't watch Raw, so you'll have to correct me, but I feel like the momentum or the path they're taking is that they're trying to make you think Brock is leaving so that him and Heyman are having problems, and then Heyman's just going to turn and help Brock win. Like, that's what it feels like to me. I think they're just trolling. I really do. Oh, yeah. Because I think they're going to save Brock and Braun for, like, a full-blown encounter.
Yeah, again, we can't give Paul Heyman enough credit. He's been fantastic on this whole thing. When Lesnar
getting beat up though, I think that's where they're going. But I like them just being friends. I don't really want Heyman or like Lesnar to have to get cheap heat by like beating up the guy we assumed was his friend.
The only guy.
Either one of two scenarios is taking place. This is just what I think. Either. One, they are really winding down this Brock Lesnar train. Like, they're really like, okay, we're coming to the end of the Brock Lesnar run here.
Fucking horrible winding down if that's the case. Or like, nobody ever got over off of Brock at all.
Or they are using this as a extreme tactic to get Brock booed and get Roman cheered. Like,
there were we want Roman chants. So
yeah, there were some. They won over some people, but the moment that match starts, it's over. Because all progress is gone.
It's also going to be at hour 7 of the show. Oh,
yes, it's going to be rough. Ahead of time, we know it's going to be rough. But Brock is still. He doesn't only get cheered because of Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman is one of the big reasons why he does get cheered. Is because Paul Heyman is loved by so many people. And he's just so good. That's why. And to take him away is...
Yeah, but don't forget, Brock Lesnar's still a legitimate special attraction that is a draw to many casual fans.
I don't think they're taking him away.
Despite everything else, he is. And I think you're right, because the UFC fight isn't happening until January at the earliest.
He still has to get, cleared from their pool and shit.
No, not only that. That'll be around December. He's literally suspended till January. He had 6 months left on his suspension when he retired because he failed a drug test in his last fight.
Oh, I can't wait to
see him fight. So he cannot fight until January.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, even if he gets crushed, I will definitely go out of my way to watch that on Periscope.
So that'll be early January or February, which a Super Bowl card is what they'll do. So he could easily do some more wrestling, but he's been drug tested through USADA already. That's been happening. There's no not happening there with that fight. But that doesn't mean he can't do both.
Yeah, and there's no reason. We've talked about this. He's a money man. Why would he ever, if Vince is going to let him do it, why would he ever be like, fuck that, I'm just going to focus on something?
Okay. Remember when we were like, there's no way Brock leaves with the title, and Matt was like, I don't know. And then it happened twice. I don't fucking know at this point. I'll be honest. They did
a good job of that, at least.
Clue.
But they had to sacrifice a WrestleMania main event to get us to that opinion.
Yeah,
which is kind of weak.
Yeah. I can't get behind the match. Obviously I was one of the only proponent of this match back at WrestleMania, but on the show here anyway, and I can't get behind this match, but I will say they are throwing good and interesting elements into
curveballs.
What?
Mm-hmm. They're throwing curveballs for sure.
Yes, they're throwing interesting elements in. Yes, and that's good. That's great. But I still, you know what? I'm not going to be the guy that goes in there fucking, this is going to suck 100%. I am going to be the guy that says, okay, they fucked up so many times.
You're going to be the only guy. It's going to be like Alexa Bliss debate, but you're on the other end now.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be like for you, buddy.
I'm going into this saying, all right, prove me wrong. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something. You've had 3 years. Figure it out.
I'm going in with zero.
I'm out.
I don't think they will.
I'm going with zero expectations I no longer think this is going to be the greatest thing, and we'll see what happens. I'm no expectations on this match,
Just
which
a total
usually means
waste.
it'll
Just a
probably be
waste.
better. But
You know what
This-
would have been cool? Lesnar and Lashley.
Yeah,
We were this
I
close
would
to it.
have been mildly interested in that, especially if they'd played up the MMA background of the book. Lashley has a good record. I didn't
He
know
does.
that. I thought he
It's
did
against a
terrible.
lot of
He has,
nobodies.
what he has, like it's
but
like 15-3 or something.
Yeah,
Like he has
spot on.
good fucking record.
It's a lot of nobodies.
I actually
on the
watched a
small
decent
one.
amount of those back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
the
still,
WWE,
it's not,
they
it's
could
not
have
hard.
spun it.
buddy. Yeah, oh, easy. Yeah, I think he's got a better record than Lesnar. Lesnar's like 4-6 or something.
It's
not great.
I'm done. Like I will watch it because I have no choice. We talked about this before. I know I got into it with one of my friends, Powered by Ice Cream, former professional wrestler as well, really nice guy. But I got into it with him on Twitter a little bit because he was like, "Why do you guys complain about wrestling if you don't like don't watch it? Watch New Japan. There's so much other stuff. It's too late. This is like WWE is like my pinky finger on my right hand." It's just the way it's breathing. I don't have a fucking choice. I know that sounds dumb.
Your pinky
but
finger's breathing? Yeah, it's a little.
I've
little dumb.
committed.
It's
Me
natural.
and Rab. I'm sorry that Rab's not here because me and Rab would have agreed on a lot, other than Alexa Bliss because he loves her. But
He does love
it's
Bliss.
just that he loves her. But it's just the fact that like I will always watch this company because I've always watched it already, and that's just the way that it is. But like I choose to stick around and try to make it better than not. So that's why I will watch, Roman and Brock. And if it's good, I am always down to give a bad match a good review. I'm not going to be one of those guys that's like, well, fuck that. I think Roman is great.
Unless it's Alexa Bliss match, then.
Well,
No, he said.
I'm
it
just,
was
I'm
great.
just kidding.
No,
I'm just
no.
kidding. I'm just
Can
kidding.
you name one? No, you
I'm
can't.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
Like,
what he
I
said.
just-
When it's good,
I'm-
it's great. It's
Why?
worth it.
Why?
Hoping. But-
The only reason I can feel like this match is happening is because of it was already planned. They're like, oh, we were going to do this, and they do that sometimes. Or maybe Brock is out, and they were just like, well, we don't have a choice. We extended him from the Greatest Royal Rumble to SummerSlam. But then, you have people like Meltzer reporting that he's signed for like 2 or 3 more years. So
Yeah, I heard he was having meetings this week.
I mean, I'm going to be shocked if Roman leaves the pay-per-view with the title overall.
I will be shocked as well. I can't see Brock Lesnar just straight winning the match again, but I also will be shocked if Roman. This is one of those ones where it's like the only positive scenario is if Braun Strowman comes out and catches in with what you were talking about earlier. I feel like that's the only positive scenario in this match.
Yeah, pretty much.
And depends how he does it. Does he do it like Rollins and interject into it, or does Brock retain and then we hear Braun's music, or does Roman win and we hear Roman's?
I mean, I could see them doing. I think the obvious finish that we're thinking of is Roman wins or Brock wins, and then Braun tries to cash in.
I
But
see Roman's
what if
going
they
to win,
just-
and
Go
then.
ahead.
And yeah, Roman's gonna win. Everybody's gonna be shitting on it. They're gonna be like, "Fuck you, fuck this, fuck everything,
Okay.
fuck
What
WWE."
if they
And
did
then
a
all of a
curveball?
sudden,
What if they did a
oh,
curveball and they
everybody
started the
loves it.
match? And they started the match with Braun though. What if you have? See, this is a scenario where they can get the fans cheering behind somebody because
Yep.
you're gonna cheer Lesnar a little bit. Roman's gonna get booed out of the fucking building as always. What if you have Lesnar and Roman standing face to face? We're about to ring the bell, and then you hear
Okay.
Braun's music hit, and he just
Okay.
says, "Fuck that! It's triple threat." That could make
Now,
the match awesome.
Here-
Like I would be
here's-
about that.
Here's 2 angles on that. I
a
know
good
that
point.
TNA did that once with Hernandez. He jumped into like a 4-way match into a 5-way when he had one of their feast or fired things, and the crowd was like, "No, wait till after," and he lost like an idiot.
But it would be, well, I mean, he doesn't have to lose, though,
No,
you know?
here's my idea though. What if the match was about to start? Braun came out and just sat down with the case.
No, because then everybody
Watch
be watching him, and I want to
I
get
don't
into this.
care
quick.
about that.
I want
'Cause then-
like an immediate satisfaction and like let's jump like the way Joe matches started, but I want it to keep being good. And if Braun sits there, they're just going to be showing him every 5 seconds sitting there in the camera, and I'm
Well,
not going
I
to.
like the idea of them trying to have their match and always keep an eye out because what if he
Yeah,
catches
but
in
it's
at
a
any
SummerSlam
time?
main event, though. You can't. That's a Raw move. You can't do that at Summer. Imagine
At
WrestleMania
this
and they have
point-
like somebody sitting in a chair every 5 seconds. Remember they did that with Cena at WrestleMania. It was so
Yeah.
annoying.
No, I
Stop
like
that.
it.
I want the match.
No, again, I had no problem with it.
yeah.
No, a triple threat from the get-go is probably the best scenario. Yes.
I actually, that Zion, that is, I agree with you. That is, I think, the best way that this match can go down. Like, I can't see it going down better any other way than start, like you said, exactly like you said, staring off, about to start the match, boom, Braun comes out. That would be
Makes him look like
fucking
a
great.
badass too.
Like, when his name got
villain,
called-
it's badass.
That would
When his name gets called, that crowd would go ape shit.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a cowardly, I snuck in to cash in.
Nope.
No, I'm doing it now. I'm calling my shot. Here we go.
Yeah, and after a match already with Kevin Owens too, that would be. I mean, yeah, all the beach balls would already be going. By the way, before the match starts, they're already going to be going because nobody wants to give anything a chance anymore. And yeah, that's the best way. I don't think we heard from Lee yet. Lee, what are your thoughts on this main event here?
Pretty much that I like Matt's scenario. Otherwise, I got no fucking clue what they're gonna do. I'm honestly, I'm not interested or invested at all in the whole thing. It's just like, it's so stagnant at the top. I don't give a fuck. If they actually do what Matt suggested, mix it up a little bit, actually make it interesting, hey, then maybe you got something going there. But otherwise, I don't give two flying fucks.
I'm actually, I'm with you on it because it just doesn't make sense to me anymore. They're still shoving this match in.
No, they've literally burned this out. Like,
they burned the bridge, then they rebuilt it, and now they're going to burn it in front of us again. That's what it feels like.
The most positive wrestling fans that I follow, like popular wrestling fans, they also, nobody can understand what's going on or get behind what's going on. Even the most positive people. They just can't
I've noticed it too.
do it.
Now, here's the weirdest part. Would anybody be fully surprised if Lesnar walked out as champion?
No,
Yes.
not at this point.
I wouldn't be.
I would be fully
No.
surprised.
At this point, after everything they've done,
They're more
would not
concerned
surprise
with like shocking all of us than giving us good wrestling shows
Yeah.
lately, which is I'm totally against that.
I'm doubtful that it'll happen, but I would not be surprised.
I would
Going into Mania, I would have been absolutely I'm like, there's no fucking way. And they did it. At this point, I'm like, I really don't know. It's a slim chance, but I would not be surprised.
Of all the scenarios, that's to me, I think the least likely. But who?
But there's a
fucking knows?
slim, like, part of your brain's like,
Sure.
well, maybe they fuck it up again. Maybe it's a 4-year feud.
Oh God!
Or it's that they have the fight forever. Maybe this is the Vince McMahon's fight forever. He wants this to keep going.
Oh my god.
This is his Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
This
is
ain't
what we
Dusty
get.
Rhodes versus Ric Flair, guys. You can't stretch it for this long.
There it is.
fucking...
What we get? when
Hulk
we
Hogan,
didn't
Nick
accept,
Bockwinkel.
like,
Stop doing the
Yeah.
chase. Just pull the
Cena
trigger.
and Orton as like a big deal. Remember when they kept doing that? They
yeah.
kept going like,
Yeah, they were
"That's
telling
the
you
new-
it was a big deal.
Yeah,
That's the new
And-
Rock in Austin," and everybody's like,
No.
"No, we like Brian." Shut
Like
the fuck
Triple
up.
H and Rock even seemed like that. I'm like, this isn't the epic you want it to be. Stop telling me it is.
What's funny is
But
they
at least
had-
those were good.
Like
Yeah.
Punk and Cena, I feel had a chance to really be one of those epic things, and then they just they had that first match that was so special, and then after that, never really recaptured.
Well,
it.
you had to get Del Rio involved. So
Which oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely hurting. It would have hurt the business, brother, if Del Rio hadn't gotten a 3-month title reign for no reason.
So
What a letdown he was.
So yeah, we obviously went long here. Let's close the show out here. I want you guys. We're gonna go one by one. Tell me the match that you are most you're most looking forward to, and the match that you think that you're not looking forward to and will surprise you. You think, Lee, you want to start it off? The match you are most looking forward to, and the one you're not but will surprise you.
Probably Brian Miz is the one I'm interested in seeing to see what they do with that. The one that will probably surprise me, fuck. Now I can't even remember what half the matches are on the fucking show. I'm guessing maybe AJ and Joe will surprise me because honestly I don't necessarily know if it's going to be all that great. So because I think Joe's kind of fucking lost it. I think whatever fucking show it was, I think it was in TNA or whatever, where he did that big fucking dive down the steps in the crowd, and like basically just whiffed and landed on fucking steps, cement steps. I ever since then he's been a different wrestler. He's still been good, but he's gone downhill since then.
He's more WWE style is what I thought.
Yeah.
He's just not moving as much.
All right. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, probably Brian and Miz, because they're kind of pulling the trigger on this one the way I'd always hoped. So I have nothing to complain about on it, except I kind of wished it was later. But if we're doing it now, we're doing it now. It, like, let's do it while we can. I have no problem with that. I've talked about that too. So that's the one I'm most hopeful for. As for the one that is that I'm thinking is not going to be great, but will surprise me.
Yeah, that you're like not really looking forward to, but you'll be surprised by the outcome.
Tag titles? It should be good. It probably will be, but I'm like, it's going to happen. I have no real thing for it. Even Braun and Owens. I'm like, normally I should be like, I like both those guys. That's a high-profile match. I want to see that match. That looks cool. Instead, it's like, that's happening. Yeah. I'm not excited for it, so hopefully that one will be better than my expectation, which is not anything, which makes no sense for those two. So, that one.
Yeah. I guess I'll go real quick. I still think the match that I am most looking forward to is AJ and Samoa Joe. I want to see if they can rekindle the shit from TNA and make this a very memorable match, or is it going to be a fucking dud? And I'll be very sad if it is, because I know I've seen it before multiple times. I know they can tear the fucking house down, and I really want to see if they do it. And
every company they've fought, they've always had at least one like fucking awesome encounter.
And just like I thought it was going to happen with Nakamura and AJ, but it was the biggest disappointment in the world. And
I feel like that was Nakamura, though. I really do feel like
I do think so too. I agree. I agree.
Styles doesn't strike me as the guy that is gonna phone it in ever. Like even at a house show, he might go at like 80% of what he normally would, but it feels like he wrestles smart for his style. But he's always that's why he's the champ right now, because he's always putting everything. But Nakamura just depends on what it is. Lee, I never in a million years thought you were going to be right when you were like, he's not going to be that good on the main roster. You're totally right. He's not that good.
No, I could just see it how he was working in NXT. He wasn't the same guy.
And
too bad.
By the way, he fought R-Truth on SmackDown.
That was so weird. That was weird. I watched that match.
That was surreal.
And
yeah.
I thought R-Truth was doing pretty damn good, but I was like,
he looked great.
I was
Truth
like,
is good.
I was like,
He just
dude,
didn't get a chance
Nakamura
to.
fucking sucks. While I was watching this, did you?
Yeah,
feel the same way?
Nakamura he was playing a heel style, so he wasn't trying to look flashy. Where Truth was like hopping around. Truth had those weird shorts though. What's up with that? Those look terrible on him.
Yeah.
But he looked good out there. For the dude's almost 50. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, R-Truth would look great. Yeah.
Yeah,
he had a
looks
little time off to
fantastic.
heal up, I guess. Yeah.
he
I
hurt
would
his
be
shoulder.
down to give him like a mid-title, like not run, but like let him go for it. Give him a chance. He looked like he was in great shape. He looked fucking awesome in the ring. He looked like if anything he hasn't lost a step, he's gained a step. So let him run with it. Whatever. Everybody always responds to him. I'm not a big fan of his, but a lot of people give him reactions. He's like a Santino. Give him a little payday.
Oh, he was fucking hilarious backstage too. But anyway, the match that I'm not really looking forward to, but I think will be surprising, is I'm going to go with the SmackDown Women's title match. I obviously don't give a fuck what Carmella's going to do. I know Charlotte and Becky are great. Maybe they can do some good stuff with Carmella in there, and we can get a good match out of it. I mean, I think at the end, like, I think the story's played out, and I think if Charlotte does turn on Becky, Becky wins, that is going to be really good stuff going forward, and I would like to see that. But I'm going to pick that for my it could surprise me. Who knows? And obviously probably not for Carmella. But what about you, Matt Zion?
Well, I mean, obviously Bryan and Miz is my jam because I like it the most. But I think AJ and Joe is going to be good. But probably Owens and Braun, because Kevin Owens is going to get a SummerSlam match. He's not going to, at the very least, he's going to do something crazy. But he's going to try his best to make it memorable, even if it is kind of going to be a footnote. But Owens just isn't lazy when it comes to big pay-per-views. He tries, but sometimes he fails, like that WrestleMania match with Jericho. But like more than not, I think that he delivers in big-time matches. And this could be a big match if they play it right. I'm curious to see like what's the story that they're going to come up with during the match to give Owens a better shot, because that cage match didn't tell a good story at all. That was 101 on how to make things illogical and how to like the heels shouldn't be in there just getting fucking decimated by the babyface and then the pity win like that. It's weird, and I think they're gonna get it right. Hopefully, and they'll put a more logic twist to it and figure this out one way or another.
Well, and don't forget, he's probably gonna do everything he can to get Braun like disqualified or cut out or stuff. Like he'll be doing that, which will be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I guess I'm the only person that isn't the most looking forward to Daniel Bryan and Miz, but I think it'll still be a good match.
Oh wow, I had no idea that you were the one that would.
No, I think it'll be a good match.
That's fucking nuts. Out of everybody,
But
honestly, it was Lee. Lee hates Daniel Bryan, so I was like, yeah, it's gonna be him. He's not gonna want to see it at all.
I'm frankly shocked.
Out of very
fucking
obvious.
Ruddy. It's a character now. It's a character at this point. You're playing a gimmick.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because out of the two, The Miz is the one that I don't like out of the two. Yet you guys say I don't like Daniel Bryan.
It's just in general. You're ending a show going, I'm not really feeling this Daniel Bryan.
I
you know what's happening when you say that.
I do. I 100% know, and I'm playing up to that. But the thing is, it is 100% true. I am way looking forward to AJ and
4 years of saying I'm not feeling this guy. Something's not right.
And it's Miz that I don't like, not fucking Bryan.
Also, like, is it because they took away the Miz Taraj? Because I do feel like he lost a little bit when he lost them.
No,
because you were saying he was doing the best work of his life, and now he gets put in a feud with Bryan, and you're going, I don't know, the Miz, I'm not feeling this.
I say he is definitely doing his best work that he's ever done, but it's just something.
Why?
Is just
like what? I feel like it's firing on other than the B team not being there.
I wish I could tell you. I really do, but there's just some. Maybe it's just that he is one of the only good heels right now, and that I just don't like him. I just don't want to see his stuff. And maybe that's a testament to him, but I just don't understand how you went
from praising him for like the past year with his IC title stuff to the moment he gets into a feud with Bryan, you're like, I'm just not feeling this. I don't know.
I did not. I just said it was going to be good, but it's not what I'm most looking forward to.
I'm just afraid that it's not gonna go all out. Like they could do this as just like it's not a blow off match. So they're gonna have like a bullshit finish. And I like at this point it's SummerSlam. There shouldn't be a single shady finish. Everything should be a solid finish. Like make these big time pay-per-views.
Something's gonna be.
I know,
fishy.
but like I just want them to count. You know, like I'm sick of when they take cheap little ways out because they're like, oh, well, we got to fill the next 4 months with content. So now we're gonna just drag this shit out. Just let them have a fucking classic. That's what I want.
Yeah. I think they're going to try. Hopefully they do that with at least a couple of these.
I agree. Get some time. Especially the title matches. They'll get a good amount of time.
Maybe. I mean, you saw Jeff Hardy and
not Brock. Brock won't. That'll be 5 minutes.
Yeah, you saw Nakamura and Hardy last time, so that,
That's true.
So, all right. Well, that is it. We are going to be out of here. The next episode, I want to get us sitting down and talk about I want to have an all-in special because I know Zion's going to all-in, and I don't know exactly when we'll be able to get it because we're going to work around your schedule, Zion, because you got to be there, obviously. And
yeah, I leave in 2.5 weeks, I think.
Yeah, so I want that to be the next episode is an all-in special where we talk about all things all-in because there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot to talk about, but we just talked almost 2.5 hours already. So
yeah.
But, guys, unless you got anything else to say, let's get the hell out of here because I'm good.
Yeah, Dory, you are 77 years old. Nobody remembers your career. Your brother doesn't really like you, and nobody loves you. Just quit.
David Flair, sometimes when you're walking around, maybe you're cleaning the old sink there, and you put some of that, you're like, ooh, some of that powder in there because it looks like cocaine. Maybe take a hit. Just take a hit.
I'm just gonna say we didn't mention the 3 wrestlers that passed away, so good job, guys. Good job on that one. So, on that note, we're out of here. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks or whenever we get that all in special.
Son of a bitch! I want to win.